Hey, baby. Don't know why the mic's on, but hope you can all hear that frantic typing. Not sure what I feel about this song, but g'day and welcome to the Pro-Am finals here in our Sprint Series. Apparently I'm serenading you with some Lupus Note Day. Maybe that's a bit better if you can hear the music at all. So it's round one, it's Pro-Am finals, but before we kick off tonight in about half an hour's time, we do have a support race, which is open to all of you on OOR, the Discord. There's currently, I think there's 37 or 38 of you out on track. But tonight, it's a little bit different. It's a flooded track. It's at Spa. Where have I seen that before lately? No red flags, no safety cars. Everyone in the Lexus. So that's tonight's shenanigans. Hope we're all doing well in chat. We thought we'd carry over some PTSD here tonight with Spa's support finals. Tomorrow night we've got Pro finals for Asia Pacific, followed by Europe and North America. But the support race in Asia Pacific tomorrow night is the Porsche Cup car at Zandvoort on 60-degree track temp. So kind of the opposite side of the coin to what we see here in this support race. Next week we don't have any announcements yet for the support races, but you can bet your bottom dollar the final one will be a farewell tour for the Jaguar. But the first one we're still deciding on. We might actually do a race, but these are a bit of fun. There's no prizes here. Ryan Duong is blitzing the field here in practice. I was one of those, Franco. How are we, everybody? Just getting ready to kick things off. Just thought I'd show you the t-shirt. Yeah, everyone should buy one of these Audi Tings t-shirts. Thanks to the legends of Race Imprints. Can we have a weather update in 5 minute intervals? I've been banging on Tyson to get this t-shirt out there. When I saw the makeup of it, I laughed my ass off. So who's not on the track at the moment? Oh, there's 40 of you. Holy hell. Anyway, we're going to head down to the track in a sec. Just wanted to say g'day. Love the t-shirt. Hope you get one. Qualifying's 8 minutes. Race is 20 minutes. Let's bring in the main man, who is in the commentary box with me at the moment. G'day, Mitch. How are you? He won't hear me because it's on push to talk. So I played myself. Sorry, first time. G'day, Mitch. How are we, mate?
Yeah, good, Malik, and yourself?
I'm fantastic, thank you, sir. And g'day, Samwise. How are we?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm fucking surprised that you actually read the message and see that you're commentating. I'm very impressed.
I do my bit sometimes.
No, you've done well. Oh, that was as my chair breaks. So what's your guys' thoughts on the Lexus in the Spa and the flood? Am I an idiot?
I was hoping to compete in it. And unfortunate computer problems mean otherwise. And commentary commitments, of course.
Oh, we could always sneak you in.
I would have...
Interesting is a word to use.
Yeah.
At the top of the hill. Have you run it? Have you tried it?
I have, but... Oh,
already? Not
sorry,
even
hamster. Just got him.
Wow.
Got him a good one there.
Yeah.
I haven't done it tonight, but I did a little test earlier, and in another session we've done. I swear we've done this similar race before, but maybe not with 40 cars on the grid. 41 cars on the grid. As you can see, Mr. Wet himself, David McNulty. Actually, let's go put some pressure on him.
Yeah, let's go find him. He likes to be referred to Mr. Moist. Here he is.
Mr. David complains about no wet races, finally gets one. What are we expecting, chat? This has got to be a win. Got to be a win. He
Guaranteed
will not
win.
finish in the top 20.
If he doesn't win, he's a fraud.
I absolutely believe he'll finish top 20.
Oh, absolutely.
You reckon he will? I reckon
No
he's-
way.
Yeah.
No
There's
way.
got to be death
Oh,
at O
that's the way
Rouge.
that
It's why
someone-
there's death at No Name.
Easy peasy for Bender, says Foul Minion. I haven't seen you about for a while, Foul. Glad to see you there, mate. Fastest lap win and the pole, says Zaccato. Look,
Wow, that's
he's going to disappoint everyone massively. So, well, that's what we're going to see a lot of tonight.
a lot of death, I think.
Are we going to get through a Rouge on lap 1?
No.
Not a chance.
No,
I
not
don't
a
even
chance.
think we're going to make.
I
the
don't
bottom
think
of
we're
the
gonna make it
hill.
to yeah.
And you know how I'm sure? Because the AI can't get through Radion without crashing.
Yeah,
in flood.
it's a very valid point.
So you're now calling all these drivers bots?
Pretty much. Well,
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
well, let's go on the drone.
Let's see how disgustingly terrible this. I've only ever driven in flooded conditions once on this game, not round Spa, and it was terrible. So I can't imagine what it's like around Spa.
Let's go to this view. This is the view they showed on the F1 pretty much all of Sunday night. That view.
Yeah, that's great. That's going to give us so much insight into how bucketing down rain it is.
Let's just sit up here with this dude.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how many victims will Eau Rouge claim right now.
It's a tricky corner at the best of times, but if I throw them in the car that most probably haven't driven, let alone for a while. Oh, there's so much.
There's nearly one.
Yeah.
Honestly, trust me, this is not the part where we're going to see accidents. If you want to see accidents, pull it back to the kink just after the exit of pit lane. There is no proper way to get through there without slide. You have to aquaplane at least a little bit,
Yeah.
and
great.
that's where
Well, there's one.
everyone crashes.
I must say though, Malik, your shirt that you're wearing, 11 out of 10, mate.
Thanks, mate. They are for sale if anyone would like to purchase one. Good old Race Sim Prince got these together. I thought it was quite fitting. We should have used the Audi tonight, to be honest, because the Audi in the wet is
It's horrid around,
not
let alone any
great here.
track, and then Spa.
I wonder if we'll get everyone qualifying. That's probably
No, I think that's
Unlikely.
a tough ask.
so much standing water in flooded. I don't know if many people have tried flooded on ACC before, but it's very hard, very tricky. Lots of standing water, and that water is there for the duration. This will be flooded the entire time. This is pretty much Spa F1 coming back at you.
Yeah.
But tomorrow night, you guys are going to go in the... well, probably you can't, Hobbsy, but... Actually, you
No,
can't
I
either,
can't.
Sam Ice, so you both get stuffed.
Ah, shit.
Well, at least try the practice server at some stage, but yeah, tomorrow night's going to be Porsche Cup car at Zandvoort in 60-degree track temps. As hot as we can crank it.
That's yeah.
I've done one at
Tyres gonna
Hungaroring.
explode.
Yeah, it's 254. It's
Good. That's a start.
I prefer the Storm.
Yeah.
254.
Mm.
Yeah, we should see. We should see closer to 235s.
35.
Oh no, hang on.
Sorry, 45.
No, yeah, 45s.
I think we'll see in the
Fastest lap
40s.
the rain.
Yeah, I was gonna say 40s is probably what we're looking for. I just saw that 250 just there, and there's only a minute left in qualifying, which is
It's
let's see,
staggering.
is Bender? Wow, is Bender not using hood cam? What is? Oh, that's. Yep, that's.
Gotta go a bit slower through Blanchimont. Fifth gear ain't gonna work in the Storm.
Nah, right.
Tyson, send the link to me via Discord and I'll post it.
Oh,
Look at him!
Bender.
What an absolute fraud! David
What a
McFraudy.
fraud.
Oh, and the best part about it is we caught it live.
Yeah, that's great. We can just clip that. Someone clip that.
Ali Cairo
Way to shame him.
leading the way with the 2-minute 50. How many do we have? We have 43.
That's a lot.
Some
With
familiar
50 seconds
faces.
left of quali and only 10 have qualified.
Yeah, I think we'll get a few times in here. You can see a lot of light blue dots.
That's not a good thing.
No, oh, looks like we've got Spidey kicking off in for the Stooges. As Lachlan Nickel goes at 248.1. 2.4, sorry. This is a huge difference there in times, which you'd expect. This is a very different kettle of fish. I got a Bender fact.
Here we are,
Bender's actually
48.
garbage in the wet. 100% of Benders are horrible with water.
Bender likes the wet. Did never say he was good in it.
Yeah, that's very.
No,
that is a very valid point. Justin Tate, P4, and the checkered flag's already being waved. So there's only a short little qualifying
And he's
here.
gone.
He's off.
Yeah, that's nice. Something tells me the breaking point's a couple of 1,000 meters back.
A lot of people aren't going to get a time in. So that's 13 out of 43. 30
Not
drivers
bad.
set a time.
For a lot of people, their best chance was just to get in the server earlier, and that was their qualifying.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
line up on the grid, take it nice and neat. Starting with pit lane might be the way to go here. Even with the massive delta it has. As Corridon goes 246.9. So that's 1.5 up. Still McNulty. Big disappointment.
5.5 seconds up on the rest of the field.
It's crazy. Who else has got a lap? I thought Girong in the practice was, I don't know what you've done with those big wheels, bud. But
Oh, he was. Yeah, I don't know what he did with them, but he was doing what 45s in practice, so we're expecting something big here.
I didn't even know you could change the Lexus wheels.
Yeah, it's the one that you can change.
Oh, that's a big sad.
It is. Well, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of interesting liveries next season with the whole new system.
Coming across the line, it's a valid
Yeah,
lap.
there it is.
He jumps
Yeah.
to P1.
I've convinced a few people tonight to jump in. Can't wait for the messages afterwards. Why'd you make me do that shit?
Screw you, mullet. Go away.
For the content. For the content.
I think we need more flooded races, and more, especially more flooded pre-races.
Flooded races are just more memorable than anything. I still remember my first ACC League race around Nürburgring was flooded for 45 minutes. That wasn't fun.
No.
Your first
Not at
ACC
all.
not-
race?
Yeah, my first ACC League race. I should add that detail. Yeah.
So there we go. Qualifying's done. We'll find out how many actually got a valid lap in. Oh, our Flood Series. It'll be featuring David McNulty and David McNulty alone. Who's qualified 18th. Let's find
Have a
out.
look at the comments. Red flag, red flag. What are we even doing out here?
Is that
Where's the FIA?
We won't go there. I can't quite see who or how many people got lapped in. I'm going to guess 25.
Nah, less. 18, I reckon.
Nah, I know Lawson definitely got a lap in. He's 20th.
I think it may have been
Actually,
20, I reckon 22nd or 23rd.
I know Will's got a lap in as well. So I reckon, yeah, Brent, you're about right
So
there.
Bender did get his final lap in? Is
He
that
did.
what we're saying?
That is
Yeah,
correct.
he did.
Somehow. But short qualifying lap, formation lap. You can only imagine what a full formation lap would do here.
You're dead. You're going to do a Perez, I think.
Longest 5 minutes ever. Can we get some big McNulty energy from the commentators? Come on. Nah, look.
Can't get our hopes up. He's a bit of a fraud, as we've already discovered.
Yeah, if we pump his tyres too much, they'll explode.
Yeah, correct.
And he'll just let down everyone more than he already has. Geez, I'm harsh on him. I love it. Maserati GT4
this-
flooded race on Bathurst. Princey
That's
woke
just
up. And,
asking for death.
yeah, Princey woke up and chose death.
He did.
How many deaths at Radion? I'm going to say half the
All
grid.
of them.
Half the grid. It will not take much.
No.
How many get through Radion? How many?
Whoever
cars?
crashes
I
first, everything behind that.
Behind, yeah.
I don't reckon you'll even get the top 5 through without someone spinning at the top of the hill just after you go over the hill.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're right. I'm gonna,
Someone in the top 5 is going to go, and the rest, it's just going to
It's
pile
game
on from
over.
there.
what we'll do, we'll go side by side. We'll have broadcast camera 2 looking at Radion. Oh dear. And cam 1 will be on the lead group.
That area of the track, yeah, where it's completely just saturated after the top of the hill, that's where I'm anticipating it all to go wrong.
And I kind of hope so, because that's the whole point of this race. We want to have a bit of a laugh. Because you can... Oh, 15k wins as well, just to throw it in there.
Yeah, may as well.
I wish you could, like, change
Anybody-
the wind.
You can't manually change the wind?
No,
It's just automatic?
It's automatically random and stuff. Alright.
Anyone who can manage to get a track limit penalty is ultimate winner.
Go back a bit further. Alright, so there's that view. Oh, we've already got carnage at the start. Prior to even kicking off.
My recommendation is a little bit further back. Malik?
Yeah.
Or the big carnage? Just where all of that standing water is a bit further back after the exit of pit lane.
Alright. I just want to still try and get ready.
Oh, well, here we go.
And let's hope for carnage. Here they go.
God, here we
They're
go.
off.
Oh, God. Oh, they're taking it
Up the
nice and
hill.
slow. To
Nice
fetch
and
a
safe
pail
up
of
the hill.
water. Oh, wow, that's...
It's
What?
cleaner than a normal sprint race. Oh, there's one off.
Yeah.
Here they go, and
One's gone.
here they all go. Bang!
Here we go.
Here we go.
And it's carnage at the king.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
beautiful. Look at the carnage.
Oh, again. Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Oh,
That-
yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, that's massive. That's a big hit. That
Come wait.
is slow.
oh, don't come back on the track. I was turning. Oh, he's come back on the track.
I'm
Oh.
pretty sure he's just hit 5 cars.
Yeah.
That was synchronized.
It was.
Synchronized. Coming back on track there from 2. Who's up front? Hignett.
Hignett, yeah.
Excellent.
David McFulty down in 26. This is... Nah.
It's still
I think we
yellow
should
flags
watch the-
before Lecomte. We'll have to.
Oh, no.
We'll have to
Red
look.
flag, red flag.
76. Oh, done.
Bye.
Oh, okay.
Right. We'll just have to cycle through it slow. That's pretty wide there by Ryan Green. Lucky there's a bit of
At
a
some
runoff.
point, we're gonna have to look at it. We're gonna have to look at a replay from
Oh,
Bender's
for sure.
perspective.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to send it to him. A couple of little patches here where cars have got a bit of space, but then... Oh, let's push
Oh,
up.
someone's off.
That's an interesting line.
George Russell line. Don't know how about this guy.
Who's this guy? We need to find someone. Hunt this person down.
Numbers 24. Normally I can tell by that. Oh, 3 wide. David, is that David McNulty off in
Yeah.
the gravel? Let's go on board with Dave. This is what they can see, which is pretty much 3
Nothing
This
fifths.
is what they
all.
can't
Fuck
see.
all.
Wow.
That's what this is.
But David will be able to because he's one of those people that uses this camera.
Oh no.
Which
Well,
is
that's,
the
that
big
mustn't
sad.
be true if he's got his wipers on, unless he's got auto wipers.
Yeah, it'd be
which he
auto,
may.
mate. It'd be definitely auto wipers.
It's not even that great, the vision with this.
No, I was going to say, it's still a case of what he cannot see. Oh, has he gone deep? No, he's pulled it up.
The simulation is really remarkable when you consider
Oh,
that it's reflecting.
here we go!
Oh no!
On.
He practiced that one.
He did. He practiced that one in quali, in fact.
Practicing his pirouettes.
Oh, there goes a sign. Oh, there goes a few. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Oh, there's a few
This
people
is
that
excellent.
are no longer going to be involved. No.
Oh, there's people pitting.
Hitting.
What are they doing? They must have a lot of damage
Brilliant.
Well,
Yeah, it must
look,
be
considering that 100-car pile up on the straight, I'd assume there's a couple of cars with damage.
there. Yeah, it's very, very true. So Hignett leads the
Just
way
looking
from
at the
Sweet.
track map.
Try to
2.5 seconds ahead of Sweet.
27. Yeah, he's flying along.
Just having a look at the track map and looking at the top of the hill to see when the yellow dots come on. So far, it's been pretty clean this lap.
Yellow dot at Lake Coombe. Well, mine on the straight now.
Oh, there's
Oh, someone in the background, foreground, somewhere ground. I'm trying to keep up with all the yellow flags. We will watch the replay back for the start. Because it doesn't take much. Rouge was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It was everything after that. Just having a field day out the front there. I literally told Justin to just jump in 20 minutes ago. He's doing alright. Everyone's been panicking saying, oh, can someone send me a setup? I just don't
You
think
don't need a
anyone's...
setup.
Nah, not in these conditions.
What's the point? You're literally just not trying to die for 20 minutes. That's all it is. Doesn't matter about your speed. Just
Exactly.
press the accelerator and, well, press the accelerator and the brake, and you'll be fine.
at the same time.
Yeah, why not?
If you want to, do some sick burnouts, why not?
I thought these were your tips for doing good in the wet.
Oh, no. That's just tips for doing sick burnouts in the wet. That's different.
I'm just trying to find...
Fastest lap for Hignett.
46
Corey
spots.
Sweety's gaining though.
He is 3/10 up in that sector. He's got Vecchio behind. He's pulled out a second to him, who's also pulled out a bit of time to Nichols behind.
It's purely a patience game. You've just got to be extremely patient on the throttle.
Waiting for other drivers to die.
Well, you could say that, but as a racing driver, to have to race where you can pretty much only use 75% throttle across the whole lap is not an easy thing to do. You have to be able to really control yourself. Here we go. Oh, we got more than 5 cars, so I was wrong there. Oof. One car on the grass. I think that might have been the safer line in the end. Oh, 4 wide coming down towards Lacoon.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This just reminds me of, have you seen those treadmill matchbox car races?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
They're great.
I agree. I think that's the closest we'll ever have that simulated in ACC.
This is right then and there. This quite familiar name, Andy O'Hara. P19.
Not a familiar position.
No.
Just got to take away that 9. I thought I saw Bakita.
Yeah, she's further down. She went to the
Oh.
pits.
What happened to Ali?
Yes.
Yes. No stewards for this race. Turning a blind eye.
Is somebody volunteering
paid.
to steward this race?
No.
No one gets paid enough for that.
Make sure you send your protests in. Please fucking don't. Because it'll fall to a blind man and a deaf man. Whoa! I just saw in the background. Don't know if that's a replay or not. It is. God damn it. Yeah, there's wet racing, and then there's this. It's just something we don't do in our sprint series or any of our actual events as Hignett goes fastest. Flooded conditions don't happen with our current settings.
And if they do, well...
It gets restarted.
It gets restarted. Red flag, and that Lexus is in trouble.
Heavy rain, though,
say, is it
100% allowed. No, there's a setting now on Kunos have added called Sim Racer Weather Conditions, where you can turn that on and it won't have a flooded track.
Oh, gone.
Gone. Looking for
It's reminding me
McNulty's
of the
name.
24-hour.
But yeah, heavy rain is possible though. So if heavy rain kicks off, then the flat is it soaked? What's the one under flooded? Just say wet.
I think it's wet.
There's obviously damp as well as another option. But yeah, if it's flooded conditions, it doesn't happen, or we just restart it because it's just too much standing water for a longer race. Some people say, oh, I should leave it on, but those people obviously aren't ever in the steward's office.
No.
I think the FIA are going to start using this stream as evidence towards why they had to cancel the race.
Pretty much.
Looks likely.
Back to that F1 race, they need to really come up with a better option than just a road sweeper to clear some water. I'm sure in this day and age they can find something with bigger fans just to push it away and dry it
Road
around.
sweepers.
That's just called a massive hairdryer.
Well, if you look at the NASCAR have it for their ovals, I know it's obviously a bit easy with ovals with the track layouts, but I'm sure with all the technology we have and stuff that it's possible. In recent times down here where I'm living, there's a footy match happening, and the pitch is really wet. And what they used to actually speed that up was a helicopter at like
that's
a
quite
metre
smart.
off the ground and just move around the oval, and it cleared a lot of the water and dispersed it. Well, that was pretty cool. A few dollars worth though.
I guess
But
that's the intention of the truck, I guess, but it's just not that effective, or at least it didn't seem to be that effective.
well, you got over 6 k's of track, so, and you can't do the whole width at one go because obviously each
No, he was
corner's-
just focusing on 2 turns.
Yeah, you don't need to do the entire thing, but obviously standing water is an issue, especially if 2 cars are battling and one pulls out on that racing line. I'm sure there's a way to work things out, and at least it's happened now. I don't think the F1 really wants the race to be cancelled the way it did. But I think it's,
No, and I guess
it's the
even
right
if you
decision,
can
though.
create-
Oh, it was definitely the
Yeah,
right
even if you
decision.
can create that sort of drier line, you know, have the cars go around for a bunch of laps, create a slightly safer line just because of their racing line,
Yep.
you can't have any battles. You
Nah.
won't have an interesting race if there's only one viable line.
Most races like F1, though. Yeah, they just needed to get rid of as much standing water as they could and then get the cars on the track for, I don't know, 5 to 10 laps at a fairly decent speed, just to disperse that water with their wet tyres, because I think they displaced 85 litres of water. It only takes 5 to 10 laps and you have a decent line, even if it stays raining, because the cars are on the track. It's just because the cars were in the pits the whole time, it was never going to clear. It was just one of those things. But yeah, definitely the right decision, as we saw with Norris in qualifying 3. It can go pear-shaped pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was rough for him to have such good form and not to come out of it with any points or an opportunity to come back.
I guarantee you he would have got pole position. He was on fire. Nearly
It did look that way.
literally. But congratulations to Russell. You're going to be in it to win it. First podium in the Williams.
That was impressive. That was very impressive.
This is impressive. How close this racing is between 4 cars in flooded conditions at Spa. Who will cop it the worst here? Scanlon, Tate, Ozturkman. Tell you what,
They're all staying
Ozturkman must be
very well on
down.
the
Yeah,
track.
about to say, I thought Ozturkman was that unfortunate car at the start where he's touched every other car just to say hello, make his presence known. These two, very familiar with each other now, two of our Twitch streamers. And these two guys actually were in the team that won the Pro-Am finals on the weekend at Mazzano. They're going head-to-head in the Lexus. Are you guys all ready for the Pro Finals tomorrow?
No,
Could
because
not
I
be
reckon it's
more
going to
ready.
rain.
I think my only hope is if it rains, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Hoping for that rain.
Do you think these two are being cute? Because, oh, wow.
Yes. Wow.
Is it going to be a dive? Dive on the final corner?
That's what I wanted.
They're doing well. They've kept it on track.
Simon
no,
Spidey.
He did a bender.
More like Spinny. So Tate up to P6. Got Shane McLaws right behind. Have they announced changes to the F1 driver lineups for next season? I know what'll
No,
happen. I know what's
but-
going to happen, but
There's a lot of rumours that Bottas is going to Alpha and that he'll be partnering with Nick De Vries, which will be interesting.
ooh, interesting. I've heard that. I've
lots
heard
of rumours going
heard
around.
Albon to Williams. I've heard
I
that.
don't think that'll happen.
I've
I
heard
reckon
that.
they'll bring back Hulkenberg.
I've heard Pastor Maldonado is actually going to take the Mercedes. No, fucking wish. I wish someone could start that rumour and it just kicks off. Maldonado back into F1. Nichols looks like he's lost it from P3. Unfortunate.
And does he retain P3?
No,
No,
he's
he's
P5.
Or
down.
is he going to drop
P5.
down when we hit the next sector?
Yeah, it'll update. I think he's down to
Second
P5
zone,
already.
yeah.
No, Ocon's no longer associated with Merck, as far as I'm aware. He's got a 3-year deal with Alpine. So he's
Yeah, that's right.
which works for Alpine because he's French, and Alpine are French, so it's a good little connection to have. And getting that win this year, I reckon that's just been bloody fantastic for him.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think the only other confirmation we've got is Perez staying. I don't think we've got any... We definitely haven't got any new driver confirmations as of yet.
No.
But I think it's one of the most interesting seasons as far as what's going to happen. You know, where's Mick Schumacher going to end up? You know, where's obviously with Bottas and Russell. Whichever way that goes, where's the other one going to go? Where are they going to end up?
I honestly
swear,
thought that Schumacher was going to end up at Alpha next.
Yeah, and
With that
then
connection.
Haas is like, nah. But yeah, look, if Haas keep Mazepin, get out. Honestly, I think have they signed him? I don't even know. I don't think
Oh,
they have.
they have to really. It's-
I'd say they'd have to due to sponsorship things.
Yeah.
But Jesus, come on.
it's,
Surely Mick Schumacher is a gunner for one of the bigger positions. He's not just a proven driver in the F2 series and elsewhere, but he's also such a big name. I would have thought there'd be teams trying to snatch him up everywhere.
Yeah, I just noticed that then, James. This race is very insignificant when it comes to looking at the lead. But it looks like Hignet's obviously made a mistake because it's a 5.8 second gap to Sweet.
Yeah.
We're going to have to give Sweet a DT. But yeah, so lots of interesting stuff happening. The thing with Schumacher though, like there's a lot of people in front of him before they get one of those big seats. Like a lot of people. And there's such little seats to grab that are up the front. There's only 2 Merc seats. I don't see
Yeah.
McLaren really making a change from
No, there's
Ricardo.
no Ferrari.
Ferrari
no Red
won't.
Bull.
What? Oh, it's a slidey boy. That's Hignet again.
Hignet again.
It's gone from P1 down to P4, just like that. And that is Scotty Blair, moist. I can see these two coming together, so we just might watch this for a second. These two are very good friends. Ashley Reynolds, if you're watching, I'll turn a blind eye to a little punt here for Scott. No, he's shot out of here. Oh, you don't really want to rush Shumi, but at the same time, it's all about when the opportunity presents itself. You don't want to waste that opportunity, because if it pops around and you don't take it, it might be a long time till another one comes back up.
Am I seeing things, or is it showing Scotty Blair as something else on the leaderboard on the left-hand side?
Oh, we'll have a look. What the?
Wait, are we watching Dan Murphy?
No.
Oh no, I was
like, what the fuck's going on?
I'm thinking, hang on, I was confused because I just saw his comment in chat. I'm like, hang on, wait, what? Murph's in the race and in the chat?
It's not Dan Hunter. I saw that and I thought, is that Dan Hunter racing?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I need an explanation, because it's showing Scott Blair. It's definitely the car. I've got to have a look at this. That's so confusing. So we're going to disqualify it. Ooh. Vecchio from P3 looped.
Oh no.
Rejoin City. Down to P4. So Hignett moves back up into the podium positions. So I think with the car JSON file, you can change it. So display name is different from registered name on the JSON, but what we do when we have entry lists is we don't do that. So whatever you've registered as is what you'll show, but we don't set the actual car JSONs for this race. This is just a fun one. So Scotty Blair playing silly buggers. I don't think he realised that it actually shows up in the bottom right. He's trying to hide himself. Nice, sneaky little bastard. Yes, that's correct, Cameron Farmer. He needs a drive-through. Come on, Ashland Reynolds.
I think every car needs a drive-through. I think we just DT every single car and watch them finish the race of the pits.
No, just give him a time penalty that's just enough to drop him out of the top 10.
Oh.
Nice.
That was a good catch. That was a good catch.
He's got a DT. He's ropeable. He's a ropeable. No, he's top go 30 for flashing his lights, I think. He's gonna be ropeable. No, just give him a 5-second penalty. Just enough to miss out.
To win away from him.
Oh no, he's been upgraded to a stop go 30.
Stop go 30.
Great.
That's great. Is he slowed down?
I
thought he slowed down.
I think so. I mean, it kind of looks like it because you put them at Spa in a flood, but no, I think he's still gunning.
Oh, I feel sorry for Corey. He's just missed out on the pro finals because of he's been busy working. But I told you, he's 36th for someone that loves the rain. He's obviously been caught up in a couple of incidents though, so I'll only give him a little bit of shit now.
Fantastic pass. Fantastic pass for the end for McNulty.
Send it, David. Send it.
He's gonna.
He's
gonna go off track. No, he's gone too deep.
Oh,
Has he? He's gonna pull it up.
No, he's pulled it up.
Oh, that was an excellent bus stop. No pirouettes.
Oh, they took his penalty away. Stewards. Well done, Corey. P1, Juong P2. He's going to pick up P3. Was leading for a fair amount of time.
Spins around here. No, he's held it.
Andy got himself up to P9.
Oh, nice battle here for 4th position. Tate, Vecchio, Nichols. Oh, that's a fantastic battle in these conditions. Well done. Scanlon is going to finish 7th. Spidey was in that battle for a little while. McClaw's P8s. O'Hara's got himself to P9 from the back of the grid, I think. Fastest lap for Andy O'Hara right at the end there. 2 minutes 41. Rude. Chris Taylor P10, as is Omar 11. Got a few drivers out of position. Baldwin and Green going at it. Oh no, we better watch this. No sense. There's a few people there that won't actually want to do this ever again. I reckon this is one of them. Daniel O'Donnell, I don't know how he's going. P16, anything in the top 20 is a fair effort.
Yeah.
But we'll head over to Pro-Am Finals very shortly for their qualifying session as O'Donnell finishes. Does some drifty boys. Oh, that's a great idea. I've actually thought of a race where you win by picking up the most penalties. But they're all going to be drive-throughs or stop-go 30, so...
You don't really win the race.
No. If it was all time penalties, the person with the most time penalties wins, because we'll just make them the winner. But I like that drive-through idea. We're going to give everyone drive-throughs for a race. Oh, Convoy. Lexified. This guy has just gone past. That is rude.
That's shit.
Chris.
Yeah.
Keep going, Fab. No, keep sending it. Rip safety, Rafi. Oh, no. So penalties, no. I don't mean like take people out and get a pen from the stewards. I'm saying corner cut. Yeah,
of the race?
I'm not saying take everyone out. So...
Yeah, nice.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. The last one across the line.
I think you pick a track like Paul Ricard and you just say no track limits whatsoever. Just drive.
You need we can do it at Monza for turn 1, but the problem is you need stewards to be on the ball because you got to keep clearing pens because sometimes I think
you get a DQ.
Yeah, you get DQ'd and then you got to un-DQ it and it's a bit of a kerfuffle. But yeah, anyway, well done everyone. That was a bit of fun. Now we're going to head to the real stuff. They may have.
I think we did it at Monza last year, right?
Yeah, they've just
Birthday
about started.
event?
Yep. Right, just jump out of this. But yeah, so tomorrow night we've got the same thing, but this time it won't be wet. It'll be dry, and it'll be like racing on the sun in a car without traction control.
Woohoo!
Because we absolutely hate you.
So for Pro-Am Finals, correct me if I'm wrong, but the points that they accumulated for the rest of the season don't count, and it's all reset now.
That is correct.
For finals.
Here we go.
Excellent.
We're into qualifying.
We are 40 seconds from the end of qualifying. Plus a lap.
This is the way I like it, to be honest. So looking at that, 1.4 seconds separates the top 21 cars. Kieran Potter leading the way at the moment with a 53.6. This is another hot lap. Does he improve? I don't think he does. Just got to connect everything back up.
Now, if this is Pro-Am pace, I am worried about the Pro Finals tomorrow.
Don't be worried. Just go faster, as we say.
Just drive faster.
Yep. So another thing what we've done this year, as you can see, Connor Kingston. Why has he got an AM flag, you ask? That's a good question. Because this season, those that win the AM class for their split get an invite to the Pro-Am Finals. We thought that's a nice little magical touch on top to award those in AM class for their successful seasons. So we've got a few in here. I think they're all marked as in. Connor Kingston though, great stuff there. Top 10. Does Gafford improve? Not quite.
No.
AM class setting a 54.4. That's an impressive time. Something tells me he doesn't want to be AM class for much longer.
No, he won't. He's already upgraded. So there goes another one. We've got Neil Wood, George Fowler, and Jimmy Cato. So Connor joined a little bit later, so he's been put in AM class. Welcome to Pro-Ams already, Connor. This is fantastic. 152. Are they
Right in
on?
amongst it. Clearly feeling well at home.
Oh, some donations just coming through there from my two favourites. Thank you very much, Hamster. That was a fun race. Enjoyed it. And thanks, Dan Murphy, who says, the legends say, if you just drive faster, you will do better. That is very, very true. Cannot deny that. Is it saying for pro? For in what particular aspects?
I'm
Tittles?
thinking he's
As in
might
the
be talking
points?
in terms of pro-am, pro-am drivers in pro or
No,
something like
so
that.
it's completely different. Because the Pro-Am already have their own final series. AM do not. So we thought this is a good way to get them involved. I'll tell you what, looking at a day race in the sun is mind-blowing, considering the Mazzano was just dark and that last race was just wet. It looks beautiful now. My eyes. What's the race format? So it's pretty much similar to a super sprint round, except qualifying 2's been removed. So 20-minute race is the first race, no mandatory stops. The second race is a 40-minute race, but it's a reverse grid from the top 10 of race 1. Now, wherever you finish in race 1 after the 10th position is where you'll start race 2. That's the only real change to the super sprint. Cannot wait. It's going to be unreal. Tomorrow night, I'm pretty sure every single Asia Pacific Pro driver is marked into race.
There's 2 that are out.
There's 2 that are out. Well, big F, but no, that's fine. It always happens. You can't always line everything up. What did Jordan say? Hello, Mrs. Sabiris. Hope you happy birthday. Hope Jordan looked after you and made you some breakfast in bed. He said he was going to, so hopefully he did. And hope you got the flowers from OOR that we sent. Up the Jag, says Pigger. Next week we'll have a Jaguar race. It's called the Farewell Tour.
Are any of our Jags in the finals?
We do.
Oh, looks
We
like
have
we've got
one.
one.
We do have George Fowler from the AM class. I think we've got one.
Do we have any
tomorrow.
for pro?
No.
Don't think
No
so.
pro Jags?
Don't think so.
Bad.
No.
Righty-ho. So, safety car, the second last week, the little Alpine. Glad to hear. I don't think everyone would have had a great time, but the whole point of the race was just a bit of fun, bit of silliness. But now this is where the real stuff starts. So, just in the formation lap, I'll go through who we have in Pro-Am class for the final series. We've got Chris Withers, Kieran Potter, Aldo Belagulan, Thomas Robert Shaw, John Zabiris, Matthew Powell. They'll be in the Aston. In the Audi, we have Neil Wood, Baxter Hopkinson, Mitchell Beenditch, and Judith Sen. Judith Sen's out in the Audi. Bentley, we've got Tyson Serpio, Alex Girardi, Tom Kidman, Andre Villanueva, and Regan Herbert there in the Bentley. BMW have one driver, and that is Robert Fluke. For Honda, we have Pete Viney, Simon Phillips, David Neighbour, Jimmy Cato, and Jacob Weatherburn. Jaguar, we have one driver, and that'll be George Fowler. For McLaren, we have Adrian Ferguson, Connor Kingston, James Honor, Farhad Ghaffar, and Megan D. For Mercedes, you have Thomas McKinns, Patrick Oliver on debut, and Lucas Dowd. For Nissan, we've got Jerry Kurnawan, Luke Johnson, and Amir Hazik. And for Porsche, we have Anthony Cesana, Benjamin Piper, and Marcus Van Vliet in the final spots here for Pro-Am. I think every team's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we don't have a Lamborghini. No Lamborghinis made it through to the Pro-Am finals.
Oh, the pro final. Oh no, one made it to pro finals.
Which is strange because it's a good car. Just the way sometimes
Is
the
it a
cookie
good car
crumbles.
around the berg though?
I don't know, but that doesn't matter because they didn't qualify with racing here.
Ah, that's a good point.
Yeah. But it's...
So it's a top 10 reverse grid for the second race, is that right?
Correct, it is.
Fantastic.
So I just worked... Yeah, I didn't have a list of first names. I just pretty much guessed what they were. So if I actually got any of those wrong, I'm big apologies, but I think I was good. All right. So, Mitch or Samwise, who would like to take this race start?
Why not? I'll go for it. Why not?
Here we go. It's all you for the first one, Mitch.
All me. Righto, game on. Potter in first, Dowd second for the front row. Then that Gafford and Herbert on the second row. And you got Hopkinson and Van Vliet. Then Sibiros, D, Sepiel and Kingston for the top 10. We're about ready to go here for the green light. Hopefully we can have a nice clean start. Now I said that, it's probably going to be absolutely garbage. But wait to find out now. We go green. Good start there from the front two. A bit of a slow start there from the Audi. McLaren slow there. Two Porsche getting a little bit. Oh, it's close to. Oh, and there's already a Porsche round. Oh, just watch the. Oh, that's deep. That's a bit of tapping there. There's a lot that just happened there. I think that was Van Vliet that got tapped round by a Bentley, maybe.
Safety car.
Safety car.
Yeah, that was a bit of a messy start there.
It was.
The inside line, Bentley just asking too many questions. Slight little touch on that Porsche. And once you're in that Porsche, as soon as you hit that grass, you're just a passenger. And it slid right across. It could have been a lot worse. Hopefully not too much damage. 152 is in the pits. Did they start from pit lane or did they...
Oh God.
What's going on here?
For Christ's sake. Come on, people.
That's a little bit sloppy. That's a little bit sloppy there. And that's Jordan Zabiris. Was it? No, I take that back.
No.
Aldo Bilagulan has been absolutely yeeted into oblivion there. Turn 1 at Nürburgring is one of the worst ones. Just the whole downhill aspect, how wide it can be is actually quite deceiving people to think they have the space. But you don't want to be too narrow into that corner because it is a very slow hairpin. But we'll call a safety car. We'll slow them down a little bit. We'll get them to just settle down. Single file restart. And away we go.
Well, that was certainly something. Once you hit that grass, there is no coming back. That Porsche took out a good, nice few cars, but by proxy, because of the tap from the Bentley. I can only assume we'll see a lovely little replay at some point of the carnage from turn 1.
Oh, it was actually an incident. So we'll watch a couple of views here. There's actually an incident prior to all that we did miss.
Okay.
So
we also still have a car parked at turn 1.
Okay, might have a bit of hardware issues here. So
that's the safety car, Samwise.
I was going to say.
Oh, that's the safety car. Of course. Thank you.
That's all right, mate.
Wow.
All right, let's just watch what happened here.
Let's have a look. So the Bentley just thought it had it. Yeah, it's a bit of a tap there. Tries to slam on its brakes, just smashes straight into the Audi. Turns an Aston round. Came back on, but couldn't really do much there. The Porsche did its best, holding its brakes. That's what you meant to do.
He believes he's got the track because it looks like you do, and then you see the grass right now,
yeah,
and he's tried to move across.
Not much in that one.
It's very
unfair,
deceptive.
Unfortunately, he's the one that made contact. I'm just trying to find this other incident. It's that car. Sorry, this one's Ferguson.
McLaren?
Yeah, Ferguson and McLaren. They all did bunch up a little bit. Oh, the Bentley's another Bentley.
Oh, and an Aston, bang.
So that's with us. That's the 152 Aston that was in the pits now. There's those incidents that just, there's not much in it that's caused it, but you can see one little tiny mistake and it goes pear-shaped very, very quickly. as you were
This
saying,
is
though.
why you'll see in the pro class, you'll see a lot of the cars will ease off the accelerator well before the turn and ease on the brakes into turn 1.
Yep, control braking, where you're off the throttle and your foot's hovering over the brake, ready to slow down earlier, rather than go from throttle to brake real quick.
Yeah, if you haven't left yourself that that safety, then when something like that happens, you've got nowhere to go.
Yeah, as you were saying though with Serpule, if you're not aware of how the track works there, you do run out of track space when it goes to grass, and it just came up on him, and he's tried his best to not go on the grass himself and not touch the Porsche, but a couple of millimeters and that's what happens. So, but safety car restart, everyone's single file. Looks like 152 is back out there. They may be a lap down, but they can still rejoin this race. The safety car peels away. Lucas Dowd will have control after this hairpin. Sorry, chicane.
One of the big losers from the that carnage was Kingston, who we saw was qualified up in P11, I think it was, back in 16th. So a loss of 6 positions in there, unfortunately, for the McLaren driver.
Do you want to try that maths again?
Hang on. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it's definitely 9 positions.
All right, we're away. Looks like Lucas Dowd and Gafford have caught P3 absolutely napping. So that's Regan Herbert. He's going to be absolutely swamped coming down to turn 1 here as we restart this race for lap 3. Potter right behind Honor Van Vliet. Oh, that's a lot of Bentley again, really late on the brakes. Bentleys are in the thick of it at the moment. Potter sneaks on the inside there. Beautiful little overtake.
Fantastic move on the outside.
Yeah, it was well done. Now, Herbert's under pressure there. It's from Honor. Got Van Vliet behind as well. Pack of about 6-7 cars here at the moment. Back from the restart. Looks like had a much cleaner start. Honda there, that's Weatherburn just looking on the back of it. Looks like Van Vliet there, because Tyson Serpule did go deep, as we saw, into turn 1.
It was an absolutely clinical move down at turn 1 from the Aston. It is not easy to, from the outside, to pull it up so tight that you get a better run than your competitor on the inside. But that was a perfect outside overtake through turn 1.
We did see a little bit of an incident at turn 1 in the back, but we won't just go there yet. Keep an eye on what's going up here. Oh, Audi's a bit wide.
There's a Porsche and Audi and a Mercedes. A bit of a look down the inside, and the Audi goes wide just to protect themselves, but keeps the position as they come onto the straight. The Merc is going to get a better run onto the straight, though, as we become a battle pack of 4. See that Merc power behind the Audi. Oh, gets out of the slipstream, possibly smart, so he's not too close as they come into this very, very tight final few turns. Coming towards the end of the lap. Porsche gets a good run. Look at this train. Look at it. Look how long it is.
Wow. Porsche really is wanting that run on McGuinness right now. It's got a little bit of time behind. That's Oliver there, P14, that Merc behind Piper right now. So McGuinness is in a bit of a tough position at the moment. Oh, way deep, way.
Much too big a dive.
Oh, Patrick Oliver has killed his fellow Mercedes compatriot in McKinn's. Oh, very late on the brakes there. Not great. He'll be kicking himself for that.
From the Porsche.
So Tyson Serpule, winner of the split green Pro-Am class. He's right up against it here against Megan D. With the Audi's fan favourite, Mitchell Bendich, sitting in P10. Lucas Dowd leads the way.
Good place to be.
From Farhad Gafford, P2. Farhad was the split red winner. Pro-Am class. Kieran Potter was the split yellow winner. He's sitting in P3. And James Honor was the split blue winner. He is in the McLaren and sitting in P5. So a lot of the split winners all in the top 10. Oh, so close to that little gravel. It slows you up so much coming through those. Is it the Schumacher S's?
Yes, it is.
That's what I'll go with anyway. Let's look at some Porsche power. This is one of the only opportunities you can really make a move, but geez, you need some big cooperation with the fellow drivers around you to make it stick. We see a couple of moves late here. As you can see, the Porsche and Audi compressed very late. It's going to compromise their exit, which only will benefit Mitchell. Turn 1, the biggest opportunity to overtake here is definitely turn 1.
A little bit of a compromise exit there for a couple of drivers around the final turn. That's Potter back in first. Looks like he's got the dive on the inside there on Gafford. Herbert behind now.
Just
Dowd
missed
there,
it.
P4. Just missed it.
Yeah.
I think Dowd was ahead, so there might be a little bit of an incident that's happened there.
So Dowd was P1, and now Gafford, Potter, Herbert at the top 3. So we'll find that out. Let's go with Regan. Let's go to the replay.
So good exit there, getting a little bit further away from Dowd. Dowd might have a little bit of damage, just judging by the way that Herbert's pulling away. Might have a bit of steering damage there. Dowd's got a bit of time though, 1.1 to Honor, who's then got a bit of pressure on him from Van Vliet behind, who's got Weatherburn. Then it's 3 seconds nearly to D. Fluke there, 15-second penalty for causing collision on lap 2. We also see Superior 1.1 off D. Here's the incident with Dowd. Let's see what's happened. Oh, he's just made a right mistake there at the chicane. It's one that it's not the easiest corner to take, and just showing not even the cars that can handle curbs sometimes get it right in the dive there from Potter on Gafford. I think he just snuck his nose in there. Gafford should have probably defended the inside a little bit more, but he's kept it. Herbert goes deep to try and capitalise. Didn't quite get it done, but Potter made that one nice and clean through to P1.
Yeah, that was good. There was only a few seconds lost by Dowd on the grass there, but as you can see, the other cars were just so close behind. Was it 3 of them all shot through? So from first to fourth, one little mistake. Well, size of the mistake is subjective, but yeah, he picked it up nicely. He went onto the grass, but he picked it up. He got it turned in. He got through the final corner and back on track. Sitting in fourth now. But he's got speed. We've seen he's got a lot of speed, so I think he'll still have a part to play in the rest of the race.
Are we back in 5?
Righto. So, Weatherburn now P7, Van Vliet 6, Honor 5th, Dowd, that unfortunate little incident with the curb there on the chicane, P4, Herbert 3rd, Gafford and Potter up in the top 3. Not much separating them, looks like just under a second separating P1 and 2, then 7/10 between 2 and 3, and then there's a bit of a gap to Dowd. So I'd say Dowd's tyres might be a little bit off at the moment, which is they'll need another lap to get themselves back and cooking again. Yeah, so we see them coming through the Schumacher S's now. Got a good gap to D. D's catching up though. So there's a second between each of the drivers from P7 down to P11. So in fact, Dowd has fallen off that front pack and he is joining onto the front of this pack right here. So this little pack of 4 heating up. Those tyres must just be absolutely cooked at the moment. Seeing that Porsche take those curves really just gets them under control, even in a car that's as chaotic as this thing. It's just, you see fast that one, 54-1 there for Potter. Just see Honor moving to the outside, not letting Van Vliet have the slipstream. Weatherburn looks for it, moves to the outside under braking. And they've got D behind as well, who's making her way up. And we've got Serpiels on the background. He's Sabiras now, trying to look for the move for P17. Just saw Oliver make his way past Hopkinson. So Hopkinson does have some damage though from the start of the race. Got involved in a bit of an incident. Here's Matt Powell down P24, just trying to get past Pete Viney, who goes deep, and he's going to go around the, he's going to try, I should say, around the outside. Will he get it done though? Might try for a switchback. No, he stays behind for the moment.
Good battling going on back here, though. This is always get some really interesting races down the back when you're watching a finals race.
Oh, absolutely, it
side
is
by
just,
side.
Oh, around the
This is
outside
going to
this
be an
time.
outside move. Is he going to get it? He's going to be on the inside for the next one.
Oh, there's Searpule, 15 second for that penalty, that hit there on the Porsche on lap 1.
Viney
So,
tries to cut back on the Aston during that move, but to no avail. The Aston sticks it on the curb all the way around and pulls it up to safely come through with that P23.
Yeah, so Potter pulled the gap ahead. Kidman also getting a 15-second pen from the lap 1. I think that may have been the incident with... Oh, trying to think who it was now. The McLaren on lap 1 on the straight. It might have been Ferguson from memory. Van Vliet, though, half a second, a little bit less now. I'd say 2/10, nearly 3/10 off Honda now. Might look for a move under braking in the next couple of corners. Dowd just under a second up the road there. We can see him. Balagulan, there's a 5-second for a penalty in that one. Looks for it.
Some cars really sticking their nose out into turn 1. Having a look. This might be a move for the Honda, but it'll be difficult around turn 2 to make it happen. But you'll see a lot of people poking their nose out coming down to turn 1, just hoping their competitor might get spooked, move to the inside, compromise their line, and allow a pass somewhere else. But you've got to be pretty close to really get that move done in turn 1, because everyone's expecting it. That's why everybody's running that one fairly deep.
All the penalties.
Nice little battle pack here. Yeah, they are. So Serpil with a 15-second penalty is sitting behind Weatherburn, who we're on at the moment in the Honda. So Serpil just behind in the Boatley. As part of at the back of this little pack is unfortunately serving 15 seconds. So even though he's currently inside the top 10 and within range to get a big benefit from that from the reverse grid next race, he will fall outside of it with that 15 second. So that's why you got to avoid that carnage, avoid getting into any accidents, because unfortunately he won't get the big benefit that P9 would have brought if he brought that home at the end of this race.
Yes. Searpule, Kidman, all losing out penalties. Pat Oliver's dropped back a little bit there. Was in P16. He's dropped back a little bit now. So this is Kingston, the leading AM. Currently half a second off Piper. Excuse me, who's trying to make a bit of a move on Johnson here. He's got Bendake in front as well. Maybe Kingston should just sit back here. Piper right on the rear of Johnson now. See who can get the better exit. Kingston's got a great exit out of there. Even better under braking coming into the final corner. So maybe there's a chance here. Maybe Connor needs to just stick his nose out, which he does. Sticks back in behind just to put that pressure on.
And don't forget, this is the battle for P10 here. P10 is going to be P1 in the next race, and you are looking at the battle right here. 2 of these 4 cars that we are watching, the 3 ahead of the McLaren, 2 of these 4 cars, assuming they don't lose 15 seconds to Serpule, will be P1 and P2 next race. So you do not want to be the back 2 in this pack of 4 right now, because you will be the one starting 11th and 12th while your teammates are right up the top. So we are looking back from Johnson right now. Bendik in front. So we're looking back at Piper in the Porsche. Piper's been very strong. We saw a couple of great overtakes earlier on from the Porsche. And Piper knows he needs that position. Otherwise, he will be starting from P11 if he retained that position where he is right now. And this is the penultimate lap, potentially.
Having a look, it will be the second last lap. Just trying to see Potter there on the back straight, as we can see coming excuse me, down towards the final chicane. So last lap coming up in a matter of seconds. So we see Honor just trying to hold off Van Vliet at the moment. Dowd's in front. Wait for the gap to pop up, see how far ahead he's gotten. Back to 3.2, so Dowd's finally found the pace back after coming off just outside at this chicane.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, jeez. He really wanted a bit of a taste at McLaren there. That's D behind as well, who's got a gap of 1.1 to Weatherburn and then to Tyson, but Tyson's got that pen, so he's going to drop down, I'd say close to the bottom of the field, maybe into P19, maybe all the way to the back behind Neil Wood. This is very close at the moment. Kidman as well has got that penalty. I think there's something that's happened to Piper there. He's down in P15, was up with Johnson, so something's happened there.
Yeah, the battle pack we were watching has it's all shifted now. Not nearly as simple as it was when we saw it half a lap ago. But you're watching some of these last lap overtakes happening. When it's a reverse grid, I always wonder if you should be going for the overtake if you've been stuck behind somebody all race and you just want to get past them. But if you get past them on the final lap, you're going to start behind them again.
Yeah, it's exactly right. So here's Dowd, P4. This is a massive pack at the moment. 5 cars fighting for P5. And this will be 6th on grid for the second race. I think a couple of them want the position more for the points than the starting position because they'll be on the outside, which may benefit them more than the inside. Ben Piper, there it is, 10-second pen for causing a collision on lap 10. Don't know how that's possible because we're only on lap 9, but that's fine. So we'll keep on moving.
I think we've completed 9 laps. So I think we're on lap 10 currently. But I believe that we had already seen them by the time that came around. So I think it might have been a lap 9 incident.
Yeah, I would say so. So up to the final chicane now. Van Vliet in front of D, still trying to catch Honor, but don't think it's going to get done in time. Potter comes across the line for the win. Gaff4 behind in P2. What an effort from him. Herbert P3. Well done. Dowd could have had the win there, but just had a little bit of a slip, and that's unfortunately what cost you. P5 there for Honor. Van Vliet 6th, D 7th. Weatherburn, Sepiel, Ben Deek as well going to come across the line. He's going to have P9 for the start of the 40-minute race. Kingston's going to have pole. Everyone go absolutely insane. Am on pole for race 2. Just get a load of it.
Oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic.
That
you
is
can't write this shit.
brilliant.
That's incredible.
Absolutely clinical from Potter at the front in the Aston. That was an excellent. Oh, not Potter at the front, sorry. Who we got in P1?
It's Potter.
Yeah, it is Potter.
Oh, it was Potter in P1. Oh, great. Yeah. With that overtake on the McLaren and just pulling away to get an absolutely fantastic win there. But AM class on the front row for the race 2.
Wow.
Thoroughly deserved too.
Oh, well deserved, well played. So we see McGuinness there just missed out on that pole by just under a second. Johnson there P12, Hopkinson P13, Sabiras 14, Sepiel with that penalty in 15th. Now looks like it's a little bit of a practice session. I think this is just to work out the reverse grid for the top 10.
Yeah, so
just to give the driver a little bit of a break.
I think Connor will get out to set the pole position. Remember it?
Now, remember, I commented on that Kingston was back in 17th position early on in the race after the lap 1 incident. So he has had to gain those 7 positions just to get back to P10. So that was a mighty effort from the M-Class driver.
Yeah, that Kingston won't be out setting a black mullet because it's not a qualifying session, so it won't count towards the race session. Disappointing.
Oh, it's practice. Whoops.
It's
haven't
alright,
done
it's
it all
not the
year.
end of the world.
No, it doesn't matter. It was Fluke out there anyway.
I don't know. He's just having a drive. I think they're all just being
that's
told
right.
to get a little bit of practice in, which is
Roger, bravo.
okay.
Maybe that's the message I just got. That's right. They can use this as a practice. You're welcome. Can someone unblock me on YouTube chat? I got too excited about the t-shirt and wrote it in all caps. Did you really get blocked? It must automatically time you out because we don't see when people get blocked on YouTube. I'll suss it out. That's pretty funny though. So toxic getting excited, isn't it? Stupid thing. That person that wrote that, can you let me know? We'll type in chat if you can. If not, send some smoke signals or something. Caps block you instantly. How on earth is the Rise 11 not being blocked then? I don't think he has a caps lock to turn it off. Already fixed? Okay, sweet. That's pretty funny though. So race 2, the final race of the night is coming up just after this practice session. We've got Connor Kingston on the front row. Was it alongside Mitchell Beenditch? Was that right?
Potentially not. I did see a comment from Philippa saying, wait till we tell people that it's a top 10, not a top 12.
Oh yes, it's top 10.
So we'll have to wait and see.
Let's just go to timetable.
Or just check the results, that's fine too.
So Kingston, here we go, 10th.
Bendick,
Ninth.
P2, there it is.
So we'll be in the front row. So McKinns and Johnson, that would have been the front row if we were still regular season round. Because it's the finals, we've actually narrowed it down to the top 10. Because it's a little bit tighter. Good old BMW. I think that's the only one out there tonight, from memory. It is.
A lot of support for Bendick in P2
Yeah,
in the chat.
Get up. Get up.
Luke is getting the extra screen time, and he better not disappoint because we've been on this all lap, so this better be a good one. No pressure, Fluke, if you're listening.
Who do you... Okay, tell me what teams you think will be... Oh, sorry, the cars that you think are the top 3 most picked so far for Sprint Series Season 7.
McLaren and Bentley's a good start.
Yeah,
You gotta give me 3.
Bentley.
Oh,
and
3.
Porsche.
Oh, a McLaren, Bentley, and ooh, I feel like I want to say Ferrari, but I don't think it's Aston.
I would have said Aston, but I'm gonna go with Macca, Bentley, Porsche.
So Macca, Bentley, Porsche, and Macca, Bentley, Aston. Is that your...
Yeah.
Righto. Give me a second to confirm. Look, without looking, yes, Macca is in the top 3.
Yeah.
No surprises there.
No
Not surprised.
shock horror. Okay. Fuck.
I'm feeling confident about Bentley.
Bentley's not.
I think it could really swing any way for that final car. Could be an
Bentley's
Audi
not.
or something.
Wow.
Nah, Bentley's not.
Bentley's not?
Jesus. It must be Ferrari then, surely.
Aston's in the top 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I
Ease
thought
of
Ferrari
use.
was old news.
Ease of use. And Ferrari.
Ah,
And
okay.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, nearly there.
But there's a few cars. There's
Yeah.
a lot of cars that are very, very close together. Tell me what the lowest pick car is. It's a
Ooh,
it's a
okay,
two-way it's a two-way tie
BMW lost
with
the Nissan.
yeah.
Honda.
No,
Nissan.
Nissan. You're right. No,
There it is.
there's lots of Honda. Lots of Honda.
Lots of Honda?
Yeah, lots of
Good
Honda.
to know.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. I'm surprised there are so many Ferraris. I'm actually really surprised there aren't
Are
as
you
many
though?
Bentleys. I thought
Are you
that was...
though? Well, but there's a lot of Bentleys. There's about six,
I just-
7
I-
teams that are picked pretty heavily, but
I'd be surprised if there were many pro drivers in Ferraris. That's what I would say. I would be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if there are a lot of pro am and M drivers in Ferraris, because it is pegged as the fastest car. It apparently has the fastest times at most tracks. But I think a lot of the more experienced drivers wouldn't be driving it. And I'm prepared to eat my words there.
Yeah, but the real question is, what did you pick, Samwise?
Is that the real question? I don't know if it is. I chose the Audi. I'm going back
And
to black.
If he's racing, what did Mullock pick?
Well,
Is that for us to guess?
Yeah.
Lexus.
well, at the moment I'm not racing.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be broadcasting both nights.
Oh, okay.
But if I was racing, you will never fucking pick the car that I was going to go in. Never.
Porsche.
How'd you
I
guess?
feel like we'd only take it.
Isn't that obvious that I wouldn't pick it? Yeah, I was actually going to
Yeah.
go the Porsche for something different, to learn a different car. But at this stage, it's going to fill up. And I'd much rather give my seat to someone that's going to race every week. And I'm happy to broadcast. But we'll see what happens. I might race in the North America series. Nah, I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me in the mornings, mate. I'll kill everyone.
Yeah, mate. Nah, race in Europe, you'll be fine.
There's not enough coffee in the world for me to be
Enduro series run for you?
No, not this time around either. Again, that's
Not
another
this
one
time
that's
around?
full up. We've got reserve teams. We've got teams missing out in Asia Pacific.
Yeah, it's just incredible the response.
So what's the
with
uptick
that.
like over the last couple of years? Have we seen a lot more drivers in Asia Pacific?
It's been a constant. It's every season we've had lately it's been full. There's always a turnover rate, which happens everywhere. The rookie series. See, again, we didn't have the rookie series to start with, but now we do. So that's taking out like 200 drivers from the sprint, but we're still filling sprint. So it's a great balance of people just to get their feet in and just have a bit of a play. And do I like it? Do I don't like it? And most people like, oh yeah, this is easy. Like as in getting involved.
Do you think it's more that we're getting that the OOR brand is getting out there, which obviously is a part of it, or do you think there's actually more Asia Pacific sim races? Is the sim racing community growing?
It's definitely our name's getting out there more. We've got 3,000 on Discord now, which
sure.
is, and we're in a relatively small region in comparison to the rest of the world as a start. And I think at some stage, possibly in the near future, Europe numbers will outgrow Asia Pacific. So it'll be truly global, which is what my goal is from the start. But I think there's obviously more sim races as well. I think during these COVID times, especially the way we've set up with our rookies, where people can like, oh, what can I do? I'm locked down. And what can I do? I can't travel. I really like racing or driving, and they've just dabbled at it rather than having to feel that they have to be the fastest person alive to sim race, which you don't. You just need to get enjoyment out of it to start with, because if you never enjoy it, there's no point, no matter how good you are. And yeah, I think it's grown from there. It's been a 2-3 pronged thing, and it's just great to see so many new faces and so many familiar faces still kicking about.
Absolutely. As we are now getting a bit of a look at that lineup for the start of the race.
Not
I think
straight.
we've got the final cars just coming off the grid now.
They had the chance here. Is that straight? The answer's no. Oh, it's not too bad, to be honest.
It's pretty good.
It's one of the better ones, but the McLaren here really disappointing.
I mean, I feel like he was anticipating that cars behind him were going to go onto the grass, and he just tried to correct it a little.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a team player. You're calling him out for it. So I think this is probably the most important question. What car is going to be the safety car next year?
Next season, we'll find out next time.
Next season.
Yeah, there you go.
Same.
I keep saying the same thing. I keep saying year. Half
Yeah.
a stubby holder. I'll give him half a stubby. Well, if you think about it, safety car wise, I might not do GT4 next year. I might do.
A Jag?
We could have the Jag. It could be something
Porsche
random.
Cup car.
Could be the Porsche Cup car. It could be, maybe we just go the Rita Engineering Lamborghini Gallardo. We could go.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's obviously options out there now, and maybe we'll go the BMW M4 when it's launched.
I was going to say, M4 when it's launched, will go the M6 when it gets kicked
Yeah.
out of sprint instead of the... Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm just
we'll-
loving seeing
actually,
that red box next to Kingston in P1.
Maybe we
Yeah.
vote for it. Maybe the community
Maybe
votes
we
what
do
they want to
vote.
see. What safety car you want to see?
Do they get to vote on the the ugliest colors as well?
Yeah, something like that.
To go on the safety car?
Yeah, nah, you guys are going to fuck that up anyway with your livery, so let's make the safety car at least pretty. The Rise, we don't actually time you out. It's very automated with YouTube. Very, very automated. Nothing like Twitch where it'll tell us if we want to. Twitch does have auto mod, but for YouTube it's just like, no, we'll time them out. So apologies if you got timed out for something that you barely did. It doesn't like capital letters, doesn't like links, and it hates references to pineapples. So if you just avoid those things...
That's weird.
Yeah. Alright. Reverse grid, race 2. I'm going to call it because I feel like carnage.
Yeah, go on.
Go for it.
Rightio. Connor Kingston in the AM class. The special invite for this Pro-Am Finals leads the way from Mitchell Beenditch in the 73 Audi. Jacob Weatherburn and Megan D right behind. This is going to be nice and spicy. Is it going to be a Thai green curry or is it going to be a hot vindaloo? I'm going to guess the latter as we wait for the green lights here at Nürburgring. We're away. Great start there by the second McLaren. It looks like James Honor. We're going to go 3 wide down to turn 1. 3 by 3. This can never end well, especially when I'm commentating. The Honda centered on the inside. That's Jacob Weatherburn. They're doing reasonably well. There's a tiny little bit of a touchdown missing the Mercedes, but they're through. Oh, a little bit of a touchdown McLaren on the Aston, but it's all systems go. This is much better than race 1, which was a bit of a cluster. But it's only early days, and this is where they really do compress. Oh, there's a punt there from the Aston, and the Nissan is around. That is sadness. I don't know who it is. It's Luke Johnson. Sorry. He is facing the wrong direction. He won't be happy with that. Either will his fans. So something for the stewards to look at. Car 20 in the Nissan. Other than that, it's pretty good so far. There's a 40-minute race. No mandatory stops. Oh, Jacob Weatherburn, what a start from the second row of the grid, leads this race.
That was a great overtake. Inside of turn 1, he just got the run and no defense from the McLaren up front, and he's just pulled it to the inside, clean pass, took it away.
Yeah, relatively, that's a pretty decent start for Nürburgring with a lot of cars that are very similar pace. It's very hard in any type of motorsport to have a super clean start, and obviously with sim racing with slight contacts is kind of ends up a lot worse than an IRL car in this type of format where you can kind of a bit of wheel bang and the cars aren't going to shift too much. But we soldier on. Tyson Serpiel, who had the unfortunate incident on lap 1, turn 1, currently sitting 12 and looking very pacey as he pushes up on McInnes.
Oh. Mercedes dipped a toe in the sand and just welcomed that Bentley up the inside.
Yeah, he backs out.
Porsche's going to eat him up.
That's just a battle of chicken through there, and the Mercedes won.
Yep. So much so, Tyson's gone wide, lost out there to the Porsche of Benjamin Piper. So, lap 1 is in the books. Everyone is on the same stretch of road.
Oh,
and apart from one again. Nissan backwards,
wow.
we had
Please
a pretty clean
Porsche it again.
lap 1.
Oh.
Don't Porsche it.
No, don't
Nearly.
Porsche it. Oh, nearly had it. McLaren on the outside there looking on the Audi. Aston's looking for it too. That's Powell who's tapped the McLaren round.
Oh, poor
He's
Ferguson
still on track,
just
though.
can't
Poor
avoid.
Ferguson.
He had an incident on the main straight in lap 1 before turn 1. Last race. As Mia Rose says, Audi Tings. Mia, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but you need to get around this.
Oh, yes.
Excellent. Did you say those ones are for sale as well?
Oh,
Oh, is that Pat Oliver who's just had a bit of an incident there?
is.
That Merc.
Patio.
happened there.
Products.
Well, you're driving Audi next year, Samwise. I don't see why you shouldn't get one.
Yeah, correct.
Oh. Consider it done.
Done.
Oh, D looking behind Van Vliet there, who's on Ben Deek at the moment. Kingston's actually still in the lead. No, he's not. Sorry, in the podium positions, I meant to say. In second, 1.7 ahead of Ben Deek. Weatherburn's pulled out 6/10 at the moment. Kingston's still trying to hold on. Big battle here, though.
Yeah, I know, Mia. How good is it? Oh, in the background, 151 right at the end. That's Chris Withers. When it rains, it pours for drivers. It's like you either have a clean race or you just can't stay clear. As Connor Kingston goes fastest with a 155.3.
He is still only 3/10 behind the leader, so he is not holding back right now.
Not at all.
We're looking at a battle back here for the race leaders from race 1. That is a pass on the outside. Another one, I think it will be, is that Potter? I think it is. Passing
on the inside.
Dowd.
Dowd.
Another
Ooh.
outside move for turn 1 up the inside of turn 2. Oh, but Dowd is really not wanting to give that one up.
Oh, he's
Just has to
though.
around
Oh, wow, that was
as we go through turn 5.
that was close. Could have been a little bit incident there, and now it's pushed Dowd back into Herbert, who's looking for it. Looks to the inside. They've got McInnes behind as well, with Piper and Sepiel in the background. Just 2 packs of cars right here at the moment. One being led by, looks like it's Honor, and the other one being led by, dare say it's Van Vliet. No, it's Ben Deek. I should have known that.
Yep, that's right. And they're 2.2 seconds off that battle for P1. So breaking off is Weatherburn and Kingston right up the front. Got a little battle pack happening back here. And right behind that battle pack, we've got Potter and Honor. And they are just trying to catch up to that middle battle pack. Potter already up 3 spots from his starting position.
He's a man on a mission at the moment.
He is absolutely flying at the moment. Looks for the run on Honor. Honor goes to the inside. Potter is going to have to back out. She's going to push him possibly back into Dowd. Probably not enough though. Better run through there. Potter had. Looks to the outside. Might go for a switch back here, or even round the outside. He's going to try it. Oh, goes wide.
What kind of
Honor
grip
gets
does
the
that
better of
Aston have around the outside?
The Aston grip here
Incredible.
is so good. It obviously lacks in a couple of corners, but it's a lot of fun to drive around here.
He seems to love this outside move. He's not even going for that inside. He could have tried an inside dive. He didn't. He's like, nope, I'm going to go wide.
He's
I'm
been
going to get
setting
that
himself
inside
for
run
this
for turn
corner.
2.
Oh,
Oh, a little tap.
A little bit of a tap. It's a little bit of door banging though.
They're
That's
still
play
side
on
by side.
umpire just gets
Looks
inside
alright.
move done. Dowd there too. No.
Unfortunately, Dowd is the big loser out of that one.
Keep going,
he is in an
Lucas.
awful position. He's going to have to get himself back on track and get it going. Potter, man on a mission. He loves that turn 1-2 pass. Outside of turn 1,
Does.
inside of turn 2.
Loving
that, Herbert on
Backs
the
out.
outside of Honor, but didn't want to risk anything there. So still going now. That's Piper on the back as well. He's gotten past McGuinness there in that last little sector. Sepiel trying to get past as well. Sibiras in the background.
So these battles are helping those front two sort of skip away a little bit. 3.4 seconds. And you got Megan D leading a train. Honor leading another train. They're the 2 conductors at the moment. There's a lot of battles going on across the whole board. George Fowler doing great things in the AM class. And then Jag, 17th. Go, you good thing. Jag Farewell Tour is up and about.
Just keeping an eye on these deltas for Potter, and I would not be surprised to see Potter up on the front row for very soon in this race. I would not be surprised to see a P1, and certainly not a podium. He is absolutely flying right now.
Yeah, he's on the move. It's Ben Deek. Found a Potter now. Potter is a man on a mission to try make his way up. There's a bit of a gap between Ben Deek and D though. It's 1.5 now, then D 2.6 behind Kingston, who's only 3/10 off Weatherburn at the moment, so they're still in a tight battle. Potter looks to the inside. Is he going to go for the
Inside
move?
this time.
Does.
Oh, the Audi has left the door
he's
open.
Just left that one open. So Potter gets through. I think he may have let him do that because he knows he's faster and so going to try and hold off Van Vliet instead, which might not be the worst shout ever. Potter just the better exit there. Already pulling out those couple of tenths he'll need. Gap to try and make his way up to D now. 1.5 he's got to get to.
So the front, Weatherburn, Kingston still going at it. 3/10 has pretty much been that delta for several laps now. I reckon that's going to continue on. I do believe Megan D is going to jump up to the back, and as we were saying before, Potter is the man on a charge. I reckon it's going to be a 4-horse race before we know it. because Weatherburn and Kingston are going to be battling each other and possibly slowing each other down. We'll just skip through a few other battles. This is what we love about the final series. No rest for the wicked. Everywhere you look, there is something going on. George Fowler is in a paddock by himself, so something must have happened there. A couple of other Hondas, Neighbour and Viney. And a couple of the Kovacs racing team drivers. Withers has been in the thick of it. Oh, it was Jimmy Cato, sorry, 151. He was involved in something early on. And Dowd, who we saw just have that small little incident, drops all the way back to P26, primarily based where he was on track. He had to wait for a lot of cars to get past. And Herbert here has got past Honor, I think that is.
That is a Porsche up the inside of the McLaren into the final turn.
A bit of a wall bang, door bang maybe. D
Actually
Potter
very clean.
54.7.
Told ya.
3/10 ahead of
They're coming.
D right now.
They're coming.
So they're on
That Mercedes
a charge.
got a good run.
Yeah, he's got
McLaren was compromised because of the Porsche.
Thought they were about to go 3 wide there, but
Yeah, I was a bit scared there. Maybe he's going to look to do a Potter here, McGuinness on the inside.
I think he's got it.
Might get it done. Just has to keep Honor at bay though. Does get it done. That
great
was
driving.
very well played. Now puts him into the hands of Sirpiel, who's at Sabiras and Gafour behind as well. So getting close at the moment.
been very impressed with some of your BDE boys, Hobbsy.
Oh mate, we try and we do our best. They're just incredible. Some of the drivers, Potter, McGuinness. You know, they might not always be the quickest, but you know, over a long period of time, they can be consistent. So
Definitely improving
see
too.
how they keep going. Oh, absolutely. A lot of them took a bit of time off ACC, and they're all back now. They're back with some pace. So, no,
Bit of
McLaren-
oversteer there for Honor.
Very good to keep those cars out of the wall there. And just a quick update up the front. D, 1.7 seconds behind those two leaders as we're watching this fantastic battle. Back for P11, 10, and 9. And
Again,
12.
shout
9,
out to Mrs. Sabiras, Jordan Sabiras' mum, on her birthday yesterday. Oh, Serpiel's sliding his way around here in the Bentley. Hope Jordan doesn't disappoint you as a son tonight. I doubt it. He's a lovely human, is Jordan. This chicane, things can go pear-shaped very quickly if you're a bit too late when you get your turn in wrong. As that Audi has the mother of
what a
all sends.
Oh,
That is
what
a-
a send.
I don't know about that one,
I'm not
guys.
sure. That
That
might
was-
have been a little bit forced there, Baxter. I don't think there was consent. You could have taken him out for dinner first.
Wow, did he shout surprise? Wow. What a move.
That's right.
Oh,
no good.
and
That is
McLaren,
sent back on the
McLaren was
inside.
like, I'm taking it back no matter where your car is.
Looks like he may have actually been instructed by the
Yeah,
steward
no,
there,
I
'cause,
think
yeah,
Baxter's let him through, which is great.
That's-
Fair play
that's
now.
Oh, now he's put himself into the
That's
Kidman,
right,
though, back up
Bentley.
the front. Wow, Van Vliet. He's got his teammate on behind. That's Piper. He can start fighting now. It looks like Herbert's gotten through behind Bendeek.
Return to sender. I love that. Lick the stamp and then return to sender.
Excellent
I love
pass. So yeah, it looks like Herbert definitely did get Van Vliet because we're watching two Porsches battling. So there it goes. There comes the update as we hit the sector mark. And now D is fallen back to 2.2 seconds behind. So there's been a little mistake potentially from the McLaren, or just an excellent lap from our two
Or
leaders.
just, yeah, look.
Yeah,
it's-
Weatherburn last lap was a 54.9, so was D. Fastest man on the track at the moment, no surprise, Kieran Potter, 54.6.
Only
absolutely
there we go.
fine.
That's probably what your issue is. 6/10 behind D. I think we've got a battle happening for P3, which might hinder both of their ability to get to P1 and 2.
Yeah, still 26 minutes left in the race, though, so plenty of time for them to make their way up. Two Porsches fighting at the moment. Herbert in front on Bendeek. McGuinness behind, trying to lurk in on this little battle. Who's got Sirpia 1.7 behind as well, so gap's starting to open up now, just behind P9, second between most drivers. Oh, here
This
we
is
go.
a challenge for the lead.
we're going to see an outside to inside. No,
Didn't
Weatherburn.
pull it in quite close enough. It's very hard to know how tight you can pull it in from the outside. And you'll see when Potter makes those moves, you see how tight he pulls it in order to get that run. And so you've got to be brave to make it happen.
So what lap is this? This is lap 8. These two have been this close the entire time. Weatherburn, an absolute gun of a start. We will watch the turn 1 from lap 1 again in a sec. We just can't really look away because it's action-packed, and this is exactly what we want to see in the final series.
Oh, me, if Kingston's not pro-am next season, it's going to be riots.
Oh, he will be, and Potter is looking like he wants a pro seat. He probably should have been pro this year, but he's obviously taken a break at some stage.
He has.
Doing some good things. We've got a nice mix of cars in this top 10. Who is going to hold out here?
A bit of a toe in the sand.
Oh,
Sorry,
Bentley.
Malik. Toe in the sand for the Bentley. That could have been dangerous.
Yeah, you get away with it a little bit in the Bentley. It just slows you up. Still never feels good, especially if you got your throttle pin through there most of the time. Brown flag moment. So Baxter, who had the sends of all sends, that was express posted. There's tucked that back in behind Gafford, and they'll resume their battle.
Coming up to the scene of the crime.
Just trying to flick through a few battles here. Piper looks like he's awfully close to his Porsche counterpart. And look, so let's go forward a bit. The gaps between the top 4 have all shrunk to with under a second. That top 4 battle I was mentioning, it is about to start. And the train conductor here will be Jacob Weatherburn in the Honda. Can he hold off two rampant McLarens and an Aston? Oh, he's got 25 minutes to do so. He's doing a great job so far.
I think Kingston might be kicking himself that he hasn't been able to make that pass happen while they had that gap. Because now they are under pressure.
Looks like Baxter's just had an off. Unfortunately. So if this is things to come tonight with the Pro-Ams, tomorrow is going to be spicy. Oh no, Kieran Potter's picked up a 10-second penalty.
For a collision on lap 1. This was not for the dive that we saw. This was for a separate incident. Must have been something at the very beginning of the race. We didn't see any major accidents, I don't believe. I think we saw a Nissan upside down.
Oh, it would have been something. The stewards are pretty bang on.
He may have been involved in if it's a lap 1.
I think he was the one that nudged the McLaren into the Nissan at turn 3.
Yes.
At Mercedes, is that what they call that corner?
Oh, here we go. Potter in with a 10-second penalty. So if he wants that win, he needs to get ahead and pull away.
22 minutes. Just depends how fast he can get past these guys. I don't see... Like, Megan, she's flying. She's within 5/10 now of Connor in both the McLarens.
Weatherburn is no slouch. He's doing 44s mid-race. Not the easiest to pull away from. Let's just quickly go down the order. Look, these two Porsches are going at it. So a lot of team-on-team battles. We've got a couple of Bentleys going at it. Now, all season, they've been your teammates, so no one likes to have a collision with their teammate or a crash, but teams won't be working together here. This is for the solo driver, the solo win for Pro-Am and Pro Class. Fastest lap of the race is a 54.6, and that is to Potter. Might slow up a little bit now because he does have some traffic. Beenditch is doing great things to that Audi. He's holding up two Porsches. Gap to P2 actually extending. Sean, probably watching something different to us, mate.
I was going to say, I'm sure on the Specsavers, gap is actually extending between P3 and 4, though, out to a second now, so Potter may have made a mistake, or D is really on it now, just trying to keep that win from Potter, but doesn't need to do that now.
Oh, that second push!
Overlap from the Porsche.
Oh, a little wide.
Coming around the
That's
outside, and he's going to get it.
Great
Porsche
move,
is going to get around the outside, coming the inside onto the straight.
Audi might lose 2 spots here.
Oh, that is brave if they're going to try and stick it up the inside here. Porsche, Audi better give them room on the inside, otherwise that'll be carnage.
Goodness me.
It's chicken time.
They're going to go too wide. No. Porsche tucks in
Smart
behind.
from the Porsche.
Oh, good run
Try and
from
get a
Merc.
run.
That's McInnes. Oh, has got the 2 Bentleys behind though. Porsche and Audi side by side. Porsche gets a much better exit than the Audi. So does the Merc. So it looks like the Audi's about to lose out 2 positions here. But we'll wait
Dive
to
from
see.
the Porsche, did it again. Forced the Audi wide. The Merc got the better run.
Looks like there's a few naughty people that have jumped the start as we go 15 wide here at turn 1, lap 11. Van Vliet's made the most of that and is scooting away from that Audi already. And Beandish has just opened the door, let the other Porsche through.
Audi's going to contest it, but the Porsche is just going to fly around the outside.
That is wide. That's pretty
Way
attractive.
around the outside.
Alright, we're going to go back to the front because this is absolutely insanity. Battle for the lead is 8 seconds clear of P5. But you could throw a blanket over these 4 cars. We've obviously got Kieran Potter with a 10-second penalty.
So he just goes wide and deep.
Yeah, just needs to keep composure here. Because that 10-second penalty really won't make much difference based on how these guys are scooting away from the pack behind. Van Vliet's been released from that gaggle, so he might gain some time. But the rest of them, they're going to be falling back. Because there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a ridiculous battle for 6th position. Ooh,
If
bit
they
of a
can pull
wobble.
themselves away to 10 seconds, then... Oh, there we go. There's going to be a run for the Aston up on the McLaren. Been waiting for that one.
Here we go.
Yep.
Chicken raffle. Yeah, Megan, she's done the right thing there.
Made it happen. Now, where did Megan D finish last race? Because this might inform if we think that Potter's going to be finishing P4, potentially, if they can pull away, then it's going to be up to those around. See
is this
who's gonna
Connor's chance?
Win the round.
Could be.
Oh,
Is
that
this
Honda's
it?
just got legs. Isn't it straight? No, he's going to have go on a brakes.
Big dive. Is it going to be an inside? It is. They're going to pull it back on the inside.
Beautiful driving there.
Fortunately, just brake too late.
Beautiful awareness there by Jacob to do the switch back. Oh no, what have you done, Travis? He just taught everyone how to type what the fucking fancy writing. Good on him. So who's your prediction? Who's going to win this race? Who's going to hold on?
I reckon Weatherburn, but Potter will come across the line in P1.
I'm going to say Megan D wins.
I'm saying D as well.
Something different.
Yeah, if anything, I think Potter's going to put the pressure on the drivers in front, which will then bring them back into a battle, and then D's going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, obviously that 10-second penalty is going to hurt Potter.
I mean, all credit to Kingston. He is so far not having to defend too much from Potter because his lines are very solid and he's getting good runs out of each turn.
Not having to defend is probably a little bit of a stretch, saying that Potter's like literally 2 tenths away.
I mean, now
Yeah.
it's suddenly got a lot closer.
Yeah, it won't
But
take
he hasn't had
much.
to compromise his line yet is the main thing. So not having to defend is obviously not so much, but he hasn't had to compromise his lines. He hasn't had to give up that fight for P1 just yet.
He's in a McLaren sandwich at the moment, is Potter. So 16 minutes left.
I mean, you say it's a McLaren sandwich, but I mean, isn't it an Aston sandwich? Isn't it the contents of the sandwich that defines the name of the sandwich?
Yeah, but you can't really say Aston sandwich because then everyone will think that there's 2 Astons holding something together. You know
I mean,
what
I don't call my peanut butter sandwich a white bread sandwich.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm just screwing with you. All right. All right.
Definitely mode now. All right, so we'll try and keep an eye on this battle. We will go to Serpule. Oh, what the hell's happening here?
Wow.
Oh, a hell of a train.
This is a procession. Herbert leads from Bendish, McKinns, Serpule, Sibiris, Honor, Kidman. Welcome to the party, pal. You're probably doing yeah, you're doing it wrong because you're actually having it in the first place. Samwise, do you like not peanut butter, do you like Vegemite?
Yes, I do. Love Vegemite.
Oh no, that's the battle for the lead, and that is Weatherburn. Weatherburn makes a mistake and loses out P1, drops all the way down to P3.
That was good timing, Malik. Nice work.
You're welcome.
Let's go back to the battle.
Connor Kingston leads the way from the AM wildcard entry. You love to see
And he
it.
has somebody behind him with a penalty, so he is probably loving this right now.
Yeah, the buffer is Potter. He can use him to his advantage here.
If your AM wildcard is the winner, that is just a spectacular victory.
No, history books, write it in there.
Here comes D.
How hard is he going to defend from Potter? Is he going to try and, work with him to pull away? Or is he going to defend and potentially help the other two get back a little closer?
Or down the inside, I think Weatherburn's going to let D have this one.
Yeah, he was looking for the switch again, but D was really tight on that angle and defends against the switch. Moves up to P3. Now, time to chase down Potter. Yeah, racing tonight's been absolutely stellar.
The thrilling race. Look at you trying to go get some small talk about Vegemite happening when we're watching a finals race. Have a look at
Back to Vegemite. Who doesn't like Vegemite?
Going on.
Who doesn't like Vegemite?
Were you trying to catch me out on not liking Vegemite?
Yeah, I was going to boot you from OOR.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I hate Vegemite.
No, thanks for joining us. No, I know you don't though. You
Yeah,
just
that's
you
right.
just sent me
I'm
that
not
photo
convincing.
when you got it smeared on your nipples. It's an interesting
Ask
photo.
any of the OOR. Hey, don't tell anyone about that. You've got to ask some of the OOR drivers who aren't from Australia.
I got a confession to make. So one day, I don't know why I did it, but I smeared my face with Vegemite and then put like a sandwich on it. I tell you what, that shit burns.
You know what also burns?
That shit
I did the
burns.
same- This is a true story. I did the same thing with toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
I'm in a group chat. I was in a group chat with some of the women in my life, all who posted their face masks with each other. So I went into the bathroom.
That's kind of my
with toothpaste
joke.
on my face. That burned. Do you know how much toothpaste burns on skin?
Yeah, I did the same with butter and hundreds and thousands.
Okay, that's just weird.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Nah.
Okay.
Do we want to ask why, or can we just leave it with absolutely no context?
No context whatsoever.
No context.
So
you like making sandwiches on your face?
it was funny at the time. Speaking of funny at the time, Jacob Weatherburn's son, who unfortunately dropped to P4, has been leading for the majority of this race. Just, I don't know, after that one mistake he's made, that was pretty much it. The one mistake, and he's dropped down to 4th now overall. But still a great
Leading
effort.
a podium.
That's true. Basically, Peach. Yeah, I was making fairy bread on my face. I pretty much did it for was it Nutella? Anyway, it's a long story, but Vegemite burns. That's all I'm saying. Don't put it on your face or your testicles.
Okay.
Oh, well, whatever floats your boat. To be honest.
I'll note it down.
Anyway, on to something.
Just in case I ever get the.
On to something more quality.
White line from the McLaren. That is an invite, if ever there was one, for an Aston. See the fire coming out of the McLaren.
Not quite vining. It's a different type of extract. Similar-ish in its nature. One's a vegetable extract, one's a... Oh, I can't think. But yeah, it's similar. It's just salt.
Great exit.
There's Promite as
yeah.
well.
Here we go, though. But did you like Vegemite chocolate?
Can't say I've tried.
No.
Yet.
You haven't tried it? You didn't try the Cadbury Vegemite flavour?
Nah, I tried Vegemite shapes, which were fucking awesome.
They were good?
Yeah, mate.
There was the Vegemite. I liked the Vegemite chocolate. It's salt and chocolate. You can't go wrong with salt and sweet.
You can't, that's correct. So every now and then, though, in this battle, just P3 just jumps off the back of the top 2 battle. And where the hell is our man Weatherburn? Gone! He's out of this top 3 battle!
He's gone.
P6, what's happened there?
Is that a correct position, P6?
So,
Must have had a small mistake.
So Van Vliet, currently provisionally podium. I'll try and find out what happened.
If he can stay within that 10 seconds, which at the moment he is, he's 7 seconds off Potter. $10 to not lose 3 seconds.
Yeah, he might not lose it at the moment. He might bring it back, considering Kingston's holding Potter up a little D here. Might just try and make her way up. Hopefully put that pressure on Potter, which is what Kingston needs at the moment. Goes wide again, so he's trying for that better race. So let's have a look at what Weatherburn did again. Too much inside curve, rear went on him.
That was it.
That's
it's game over.
There goes the Porsches. Oh, F in chat there. Oh, here we go. Megan D's looking inside of Potter. Not going to have enough.
Kingston is cheering right now. Cheering on.
Yeah.
My word.
D, the teammate.
No, you love to see it.
Absolutely. D, Pro-Am class, running rear wing for Kingston and class. Wild card for the Pro-Am finals in P1 with a second gap to his nearest rival with a 10-second penalty. Only 9 minutes to go.
Just trying to watch as many battles as we can, because we obviously can't cover everything at once. But we can go damn well close.
Car number 11 looks like they had a big accident on track. That is Fowler, unfortunately. That was coming out of the Schumacher S's. I imagine that was a similar accident to the one we just saw.
So Weatherburn's lost the position out to Herbert. Not sure if he gained that back, then lost it again. McKinns is putting pressure on fan favourite Mitchell Bindich. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but we're going to change it up every single time. Sibiris P11. And our Soul Jaguar, Mr. Fowler. P24. Keep going, lad. We've lost one car so far tonight. I don't know who that is.
That is a lot of penalties.
Most of those are jump starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
So there's a new system.
You were warned.
We have a new system in place now where how I've made sure the stewards do check your speed at green and how to bunch up. There's a tiny little bit of a buffer you can get away with, but if you're exceeding that buffer, big old smack with a wooden spoon. Shout out to all mums and dads out there. And these Porsches are just going to work together for the rest of this race. Van Vliet actually got away from Piper for a bit. I wonder what's happened there.
I'm going to say, Piper is either clawing back very well, or Van Vliet is falling away. Now, we were saying that he only had 3 seconds to lose, and he has already lost one of those. So he is 8 seconds from Potter right now. He needs to not lose time with his teammate battling right here if they want to steal that position from Potter.
Actually,
so
they're actually 9/10 off Potter, because that there's D. So just under 9/10 behind Potter, so they really need to start working together to try and make that back. But 6 minutes to go. It's looking on the ropes. They really need to start pulling out some laps here. Potter needs to get held up by Kingston some more to try and prevent the loss of any more positions.
And Van Vliet needs to not get held up by Piper. So here's the question for you. If you're Piper, do you hold back so that the other Porsche does not have to defend?
Nah.
Or so that you guys can get that position together? Or nope, you go for it?
Yep, there are no team battles here, so you're in it for yourself. I hope you're in for yourself. Obviously, you can show respect to the drivers on track, but it's a podium here for Piper. No, exactly right.
If you thought that you could get that position because of the penalty, but if you battle, you might not. So if you stay where you are, guaranteed position, or you can do the fight to maybe get a position.
I don't think backing off and Van Vliet's going to make Piper get any closer to the podium. I think Van Vliet's pace is Van Vliet's pace. I don't think he's going to magically find 5:10. So last lap, for example, they're both in the 56s. Low 56s, nearly 55s. The top three are all 55s. But everyone else on track's the same pace as this and a bit slower. So
your take is they won't get the 10 seconds, so they've just got to go for it. They've got to get the position if they can right now.
Yep. They're definitely not going to switch around unless Van Vliet obviously makes a mistake.
Oh no, not imagining anything like that. More like if you were within that gap. I remember there was a battle in a race recently where
here we go. Sorry,
if the battle didn't happen, they would have got the position. Inside,
not quite.
So close.
Yeah, Piper just got to keep putting that pressure on Van Vliet to try and get past. Piper's the bigger chance, in my opinion, here to push for that podium at the moment, based on pace. So last lap, this is what the two Porsches set. I shit you not. 155.557, 155.557. Exactly the same time.
That is incredible. Yeah, try telling any driver to not go all out on track because it's the better strategy. 9 out of 10 times it won't work.
It would probably work in a race that's a bit longer, but because it's a sprint race, you just can't. G'day, Raggy. So say if you were talking about the endurance series or you're talking about the special events we do, yeah, backing off and just getting in a better groove, but because you can extend a stint, it's a bit different. But they're so close, 1/10 now between Piper and Van Vliet. Well, 55.5 is not shabby. They're probably. Well, there you go. So the times the Porsches are setting last lap were faster than the front three, all of them.
That's right.
So they're going hard.
They are within that 10 seconds.
They are. They've actually narrowed it a little bit. So watch this space. But if you're Piper, you kind of got that whip cracking. Oh no, Piper's just
you're gonna.
Oh no, he slid. Try and save it, Piper.
That's not what you want to see. That's a killer chicane. He's just got to wait now. Wait for that gap. So, oh no! Oh,
that's unlucky. He's off
very
track.
Unlucky for.
I don't even.
Off track.
Not much you can do there when you've made a mistake and you're off track. You can't pull her up. You can't turn around. F in chat there. So that is Piper's chance at a podium gone.
That's game over. Second last lap here now. Kingston P1, Potter P2 does have the pen though, so that's going to bring him down to
fatality.
8-1. So Van Vliet's actually within that gap to get Potter now, so he might get that podium. Herbert's too far behind. So now can Van Vliet keep up to keep on that podium position and take it from Potter?
Currently 9.2 seconds to Potter, so he's got to stay under 10. Potter is still being held up by Kingston, so this is great for Van Vliet to get onto the podium.
Just quickly watch that back that we just saw. I've used the right keyboard and mouse. So the very last chicken, as you see in the background.
Yeah. Bit of snap. That's just unfortunate there.
If you look in the background,
and the Aston's going to be coming up.
What a view. This is a great view, and the Aston's just gone wide, and before you know it, oh no, there's a bloody Porsche.
No.
How's your father?
I think that was a side-by-side battle between the Aston and the Bentley back there. I think they might have been playing chicken, and Aston's ended up on the outside.
Right.
Last lap.
Oh, Potter really going to go for it now in Kingston. I think he's not worried about where he's going to finish. He just wants that track position. He's going to give it everything he's got. D behind. Might look to capitalise if there is a mistake here from Potter, which causes Kingston to go off track. Inside, here he goes. Dive
No
to the
defense
inside.
from...
No defence, but could he pull it? Oh, he keeps to the inside though. It's going to force Potter out wide.
Oh, a bit of a woggle from Megan.
Oh. So,
That was very good for Kingston and the win prospects.
looking good. Oh, Potter's right there. Kingston just doing everything he can to keep Potter behind D. Lost a little bit of time there. Still going though.
One thing for Kingston to get the win if Potter passes, but if he holds up, arguably fastest man on track based on qualifying, that is just an even better win for the wild card.
Oh, 100%. And obviously Potter's got that 10-second penalty, so Potter's also got to push, because he can hold on to the podium here and only lose one spot, which will be another great result for Potter. 8.2. So they're battling just in the 2 and 1, lost them a second.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Kingston using all the curve there. Had me a little worried there, but doing well. Potter is pushing as hard as he can. 9 seconds now, has lost time. Right on the behind. Potter had to lift off there. Turi here back straight now. Only got the chicane and the final corner left. Potter got the run.
He's got his wits about him.
He
Got
does.
good wits about him not to go defensive, even though that Aston's right behind. He's staying on his line. He's staying confident, and that's what's going to get him the win if he can hold it through these last 2 turns.
Oh, he's had a look, Potter.
Resistant dive.
He had it. Oh, he looked for it though, but Connor Kingston.
Well done, Connor
Done
Kingston.
it. Well done.
Kingston comes across the line in P1. Here's the AM-class driver, wildcard entry into the Pro-Am finals, and he comes across in P1 after, and then we've got Potter next, D in third, but it looks like Van Vliet is going to get himself onto the podium, and Potter will find himself back in P4, I believe, or is that going to be P5?
We'll soon find out. Or it might be P5.
Might actually be P5. That's close.
For Neighbour, Powell, Piper, Baxter Hopkinson, Lucas Dowd is going to pick up P17, but there's a few, obviously you can see, penalties there to sort out first. Chris Withers, great recovery considering what's happened for race 1. Luke Johnson was unfortunate driver at Mercedes that lost out. Aldo Begeland 20th, Robert Fluke 21st. Neil Wood, there's obviously still another round to go. We're off to Barcelona next week. George Fowler, take your hat off in the Jag. The lone Jaguar tonight. It's doing its farewell tour early. Petty Viney in the Honda. Patrick Oliver, who's probably had a night to forget, really. That car might end up in the bin. But he's toughed it out. Adrian Ferguson, another one's been pretty unfortunate. Jimmy Cato, 4th of our AM drivers who got a wildcard entry tonight. Hats off, nonetheless, to all of them competing. But what a way to kick off the final series tonight with this Pro-Am class in Asia Pacific.
That was exciting. I enjoyed that.
Is anyone doing donuts? Yes, Van Vliet. Look at him go. A few scratches on that right-hand side. Warner's just doing another lap. He's got a bit of fuel to burn. Piper.
Yeah, my math says that'll be P4 for Potter.
Look at the damage.
Only just.
Oh, Sabiris, are you the Aston that collected Piper?
Yes.
Well, there's not really much you could do there, mate. It's just really unfortunate. You went wide before knowing there was a car off track. Beanish post-race interview. No, actually going to do Drive to Survive with Mitchell Beanish, a full episode. So watch this space. Alright, let's recap once we head back to the pits. And there we go. It should be night time. So strange. See how free practice. Never mind. Yeah, no. Look, see how free practice is set to 10 p.m.
10 p.m. and it's daytime.
But it's not. It's like the track says 4 p.m. Anyway, I don't know.
Oh.
Let's look at timetables for race 2. So we've got Kingston, D, Van Vliet, the top 3. Big points on offer there. Potter does hang on by 86 thousandths over P5.
Oof.
So he only lost out 1 position. 2 positions. 2 positions.
2 positions.
Then we've got Herbert, Beenditch, McKinns, Serpule, Honor, and Weatherburn for the remaining top 10. For race 1, it was Potter, Gafford, Herbert, with Doubt, Honor, Van Vliet, D, Weatherburn, Beenditch, and Kingston. So, whew, that was very exciting. We will have a points update overnight to have a look at that.
Looks like that it would be Potter leading the way on points, given that he had a P1 and a P4 finish, and nobody had close to a similar round. So, very strong round from Potter.
I'm pretty sure he's won
P2
throwing
if
class
it weren't for that
before.
penalty.
Oh, yeah. But Barcelona, different kettle of fish, different chance to make mistakes or make big gains. We'll try and find it. There we go. Trying to find something. So let's just go over some highlights here with something different that we've done. That's what I want. So this is the race start. We're going to watch the highlights that the game actually produces. So if this is dog shit, blame the game.
Hopefully we'll see that pass for P1. Weatherburn right up the front. Yes, we do. We see Weatherburn taking over the McLaren. Oh, and there's our first tap. We might just see who hit the Nissan.
Let's have a look. Ooh. Yeah, tap the McLaren. Okay.
It was McLaren. Tap.
It was the McLaren.
Tough one though with all them the bunching up there. Obviously, if you're the car behind, you still got to be really rolling off that throttle just to make sure you can get quickly on the brake. But very tough, very unfortunate there. But he still has a great race. You currently see him sitting in P11. So much going on. I don't know what these replays, the auto, that I like. So Johnson on Neil Wood. Oh, the late breakers. But it doesn't hold on. So the game's actually trolled us there.
Oh, what? That's unless he goes.
No, he
what the
doesn't.
hell?
You can never get this. It's a nice little move there. Oh, the game's going to keep going. Johnson and Neil Wood again. Obviously, they collide that next corner. Don't know why the replay didn't keep going. So, this is the battle down P26, 27. Johnson was that Nissan that we saw get turned around on lap 1. So, hopefully they have a bit more better luck round 2.
This has been side by side for a little while, so I don't know about good luck, but good racing so far.
Back up the front.
Makes it big.
Manditch on D.
Yes, I remember we did watch this one.
The double overtake, wasn't it?
McLaren gets it on the outside.
Yeah, gets both Van Vliet and Beenditch. Great move there by Megan.
And we know how that one ends out. A P2, I believe.
Correct. So this one's saying Van Vliet and Potter. Potter, you can see right in the background. Oh, gets a great run. Gets the move done before the chicane. That's when Potter was absolutely flying along. Moving up to P5.
We're going to see that dive from the Audi.
Well, I hope so. I hope it does include Baxter Hopkinson's brilliant work there for Express Post. Honda on Honda.
Neighbor and Viney again. They battled all race long.
They did.
In fact, they battle every race long that I've seen.
Always have a good battle.
They do. They both come from the same split as well.
Good old split red, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Just see those gaps on the top left there, how close the mid-pack was for such a long time. Horner and Herbert. I just can't wait till it says Hopkinson. I just really, really want to see it. But the respect shown to give the position back as well was great to see.
I'd like to know if that was a give back position or just an epic dive from the
McLaren.
was it a McLaren? I think it was into turn one.
I think we'll find out pretty soon. It's been quite common tonight watching drivers lose out 2 positions. There's many corners there.
Yeah, those final turns were really busy tonight. Is this McInnes? Did he get it on the outside? Does he pull it up?
I think he does. Yeah, good spot there to be. You get the inside line there, side by side. G'day, Narcat. You're welcome, mate. Thanks, George. Only one more round, George, of the Jaguar. So next season in Sprint, there's a huge big emphasis on the finals.
Yeah, 3 rounds this time.
We're trying to get prizes involved for not necessarily the winners, but those that do make the finals. Bit of a random draw type of thing, but it's a work in progress. Oh, come on, show us Baxter. We want Baxter. Van Vliet and Herbert.
We're only on lap
later
6.
into the race. I was going to say we're only lap 6. It might not actually be on here.
I
If
think
we're
it will be,
only-
but
we'll
it'll
see.
take a little while.
So this video is
Because it
apparently
was a
15
pretty
minutes.
clear move.
Yeah.
Oh, 15 minutes. Well, yeah, it'll definitely be in here then.
Yeah, it's not being shy. It wants to get everything in. So
I do like it how the replay shows overtakes rather than toxic stuff. Like just all the crashes.
yeah, so
Imagine
rather
that.
than crashes,
Yeah.
yeah.
The positive stuff.
Because
in the
that would be
race.
much easier. That'd be much easier for the game to recognize, since it already has a function to recognize when 2 cars collide. So it could very easily just go, yeah, replay all those incidents.
Yeah.
Instead, it's going, no, we're going to code a thing that tells us if somebody makes an overtake.
Yep. So you see George Fowler there. Jaguar's obviously a little bit down on this circuit, but he still rocked up.
It's down on bloody every circuit these days.
In fact, that's my big gripe with all like live racing, is that they always focus on the crashes. The highlights is a crash reel, and never on the strategy, never on the great racing, the big battles.
What's a Bentley doing?
Off-roading.
Interesting.
Got one of those four-wheel drive Bentleys.
Crashes are always, especially in like IRL racing, where it's so spectacular and they paint such a big picture of what happens during the race. Especially with F1 when not much else sometimes goes on. Ooh, Honda. But yeah, they do need to focus a little bit more on the good stuff.
Yeah, I remember watching the Spa qualifying highlights, and for Q2 they had 10 seconds, and it was just Hamilton in P4 or whatever it was. But that was actually a really thrilling round, because you had Hamilton and Bottas go out on old wets, not get a lap in, have to come back into the pits. They didn't get their second or third lap in, and it was supposed to rain a few minutes in, so they nearly didn't get a lap at all. But you don't sort of get any of that extra detail highlights, those thrilling moments that aren't visually spectacular.
I like what they did with Fernando Alonso's helmet cam. I thought that was painting a nice picture of what it's like in the car. Like they used to do with the olden day cars, where they didn't really have much options for cameras, and they were just stuck to their head and looked really old school. It's pretty...
They did a side-by-side of Alonso back then and now with his helmet cam, which was a great one to watch.
Yeah.
How advanced the steering consoles are for Formula 1 cars now.
Well, I can tell you now that the dive's not going to be in there, Mal, because we're past the lap.
Oh, are we?
Are we?
Yeah.
We're going to have to manually...
I feel like we're going to have to go and manually do it. Yeah.
So we'll keep watching these highlights and I'll try and find it. But overall, very impressed with the quality tonight.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Oh, this is that position gain on D.
So what lap do you think it was?
I reckon it was about 7 or 8.
Oh, so you don't know
Around
this for
that
sure?
sort of
You
area.
were just...
No. Well, on the basis of where I saw him move on the leaderboard on the left, he's too far away from
sure.
Gafour. So, and Gafour's already got a penalty here, and he didn't have a pen when he went for the dive. So, I reckon it's around 7.
I found it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the move for P1, and that was Weatherburn doing the crisscross back. Oh, I think we're getting interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special live Audi bulletin.
Oh, Back's got a 5-second for that dive too. It was, I think it was a matter of life or death there, but
Can we see the onboard for that one after we watch the dive from the McLaren?
I think that McLaren's just
Look at
sent it. That McLaren has just sent that.
He totally has. Oh, so he
took evasive action.
yeah.
Oh, was it evasive or was it opportunistic? I feel like he might have seen
Nah,
going slower.
it might be
through that.
opportunistic, but it's a definite dive.
Definitely had to go for it, or else he was going to rear end Gafour, I think you'll find. Which was unlucky for both drivers because I could tell, it just went straight for it.
Look at that. So that was a legitimate move. That wasn't even giving back the position. He tries to maintain it around the outside. And back to the regular highlights.
Back to your regular programming.
The Aston sandwich.
Well done, Connor. Congratulations, mate. And here I thought the prizes were handed out for... Well, you can't talk about it here, Moritz. It's like Fight Club. One doesn't talk about the secret party house at OOR. Peace out for a finals tomorrow. Very much. Yeah. You chose the right option, to be honest, Bax. Like, it's better than rearing him. You both would have copped it. So
that would have been dead, yeah.
You'll be fine, Frankie.
And there was the loss of P1 there. That was the Lord and Saviour self-appearing there for Kingston.
Just back to the final series and the sprint series overall. If you're still knowing about signing up, just if you really want to race, just don't hesitate any longer because we are going to run out of seats for every single region. Like, I think there's only 10 seats left maximum per region. So, which is great to see, but I don't want anyone missing out if they're just unsure about what car they want to pick. Just register, and before the cut-off for the cars, you can change.
Do some testing.
Yeah.
Do some testing. So all you got to do.
Pick a car, register, and then go test the cars out and change your pick if you want to. But you've only got 10 of the final series to do so. We've just started putting all the rookie series registrations through. So if you're in the rookie series, you should see that pop up in Discord over the weekend or Monday. Spin the wheel. Some people have just spun a wheel to pick a car. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah, I've seen someone do that live on stream. That was quite funny. They ended up in the Honda.
That's brave.
Yeah, it
Not
is.
the Honda. The spinning the wheel.
Yeah.
Could be worse cars to be in, that's for sure. When does the sprint series start? So the final week is next week. Rookie starts a little bit sooner, but I think season 7 first round back is the
It's the 28th.
29th.
Oh, was it 29th?
Yeah.
Oh, one of them.
You're very, 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 very close.
29th. Well, we've got also endurance series this weekend, isn't it?
Yes, correct. So its first round of the sprint series is the 29th of September. There's 3 races. Actually, 2 races and a break. 4 races. Actually, I can't even remember how the offer goes, but it's 9 rounds, 6 regular and 3 finals. And yes, first round of endurance series is on Saturday as we head to Laguna Seca for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I can't actually. When was the last time we did Laguna? About season 4, I think.
Yeah, the
last
first
time
season
we
it was
were there.
out when we did Laguna,
Yeah.
and maybe we had Zandvoort in there for a season or two.
Zandvoort? Yeah, we did.
What a trash track.
I think I think they were 2 of my first ever rounds with OOR.
Oh,
Laguna.
Zandvoort has brought us the 2 best highlights we've ever had, and that was a Bentley on its roof twice. Like, we've never seen a car end up on its roof, but we saw a Bentley end up on their roof twice in the same round, at the same corner. Quite funny. Please don't repeat that again. So as you can see, we're
So
still
what have we
looking
got?
at
Endurance
finals.
series, first round Laguna, second round Hungary.
Hungary.
No,
Donington, then
Donington's,
Hungary.
Donington's
Donington.
next.
Then Hungary,
And
then Spa.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spa to finish off. All right, a short enduro series. I like it.
We'll announce the first track for Sprint Series next week as well.
Which one is?
For Sprint Series, we'll tell you the first track.
Oh, we'll be finding out the first track. Well,
Yep.
there's a reason to tune in, folks. Find
the
out.
Rookie Series starts 2 weeks prior, and they're off to Suzuka.
I'm depressed that that's not going to be in the Sprint Series.
Yeah, it's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it, that it's early on with the rookies?
yeah. But thankfully, Brands isn't in there. That's all that makes me happy. I'm depressed that Suzuka's not. It's my favourite track, but that's fine. We'll deal with it.
We don't know that Brands is not.
Well,
in
we
Sprint
do
Series
because
yet.
it's another track
Do we?
that's in in the rookies on an off week for Sprint.
You've looked at it, haven't
that
you? Yeah.
I might.
Is that
have
a
a
flat out
Mitch is
rule?
onto it.
Yeah, mate.
It's pretty obvious that, okay, so the
Yeah.
Monza's obviously not in it as well, because Monza's the second track in Rookie
'cause
Series.
Monza's- I
Thank
forgot about
God.
Monza, yeah.
Yeah, so Suzuka, Monza, and
I
Brands
just-
aren't in Sprint. But there's 19
I
tracks.
just don't get.
There are.
Yeah, but
I don't get why everyone loves Monza. To be
it's
honest,
overrated. Yeah, it's a bit overrated.
if you go into the free servers, it's Monza galore, and I don't get it. Like, it's fine, but it just is so popular apparently.
Hey, pass. So yeah, tomorrow night, Asia Pacific, don't forget, we've got round 1, but we've got pro class, but we've got round 2-ish of our super support races, and we'll be off to the Zandvoort track. We'll be in the Porsche Cup car, and it'll be a 60-degree track temps. Yep, sorry in advance.
Oof.
I was going to think of the next 2 support races, because we'll do one for Jaguar, where we're going to find a really good fence, and everyone send it into the fence at the end of the race. And
Not Zolder.
I think the gravel strip will slow them up too much.
What about Spa? But you have to drive through the pits every lap.
Nah, I've already done Spa, unfortunately.
Ah, all right.
Yes, pass correct. It's tomorrow. It won't be Paul Ricard because there's too much runoff. Well, I'll think of something. Zandvoort will be funny because it's kind of a little bit of an upper hill at the end of turn 1. Thank you, George. Please do. So we would love to see 40-odd Jaguars in the support race next week. Some of these really good battles all race here.
That was the finish of the race. So that was Kingston coming across in P1.
Bang. Oh no, he's out. No, this isn't live.
No.
Disqualification for dangerous driving.
Yeah.
No. Well done to Connor. Fantastic. Also well done Kieran Potter picking up the race win in race 1. Anyway, thank you very much guys for joining in the commentary box tonight.
Yeah, no worries.
All the best to you guys tomorrow in the race.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
forward to death.
You guys will be fine.
I'll be back there with you.
I'll try not to commentate, curse you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Me with my 156 times.
Should be right.
All right, guys. Thanks very much. I'll talk to you later on.
Have a good night.
All right, mate. See ya.
All right, thanks, chat, for joining us tonight. Don't forget, head to Racing Prince if you want to pick up one of these Audi Ting shirts. Thanks to Tyson Serpil. We're going to head off tomorrow night. We'll be back for the same time as we head to Pro Finals. And support race will be at Zandvoort, 60-degree track on Porsche Cup car, so don't miss out anyway. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for joining us tonight, and I'll see you next time. I love you, Raggy.